y'all think. If you whatever the fuck you think you are. And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans? And we out here dying. We thugs and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that shit.
Peace, power, deliver. Back at it one more time. Black Alpha Network in the building. I send a certified salute to the family. Y'all know what type of time it is. We're going to roast, we're going to regulate, and we're going to gatekeep, but we're going to do it in our way. We're going to do it with our style, a style that is untouchable, unbreakable, unmatched, and stronger than ever. What is going on, family? What it is, what it do. Y'all know how we do things on the Black Alpha Network. We get straight to the point. We don't dance around. We don't move around. We get straight to it. B1 certified. I see y'all in the chat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But, you know, something went on last week. You know what I'm saying? Because I dropped the classic, and that's all we do right here on the Black Alpha Network. We just drop classic after classic after classic. You know, there was some hate going on. There were some people out there trying to block us and trying to stop us and censor us. But I know one thing in life is that you cannot block FBA. You cannot stop FBA at all. So anybody who thinks that they can or think that they will are going to have to deal with this right here. So that right there, that picture, salute to Tupac Shakur, foundational Black American legend. Salute all day to your brother. That right there is what I'm sending to everybody who was trying to stop, block, and hate on that classic episode we dropped last week. And I appreciate everybody who tapped in, because even though they tried to take away 2 days from it, it still did 8,000 views. So you know, when we on one and we on game and we locked in at the same damn place at the same damn time, they cannot see us. And that's what it is, because we are FBA and we say so, and what we say goes. Salute to the whole family. Before we move on, y'all know what type of time it is. I got to ask y'all, where you at right now? FBA roll call. You see, they try to run from FBA. They try to hide from FBA, but we represent FBA. So let me know right now in the chat where you guys are, and I appreciate everybody who showed the love, because the video only blew up more. And then the next one, and if they was pissed off then, oh, they gonna be pissed off tonight, because we make up our own goddamn rules. Trust me when I tell you that. So let me know where you are. Let me know where you at. I already see Chicago in the building. Salute. I see ATL in the building. Shout out to all my people in LA. Yes, indeed, all day long. Y'all know how we do. Texas in the house. Salute to y'all. Let me throw this up on the live, man. Let everybody see it right now. Let me know. B1 family, Chicago representing. Texas representing. We got a couple folks from Texas. I see Duval in here. I see Seattle. Yes, indeed. Washington, D.C. in the building, in the place. Yes, indeed. Boston in the house. I already know what type of time it is, because y'all know we in these 50 states, but our impact goes across the whole world. Yeah, the whole world got to feel us. And this is what we do. We all get in the same place and we represent it. VA, I see you. Miami, I see you. Denver, Colorado, I see you. Oklahoma City, I see you. Las Vegas, I see you. Let's do what we do. Let's make everybody know where we are. Let everybody know that when it comes to us, man, we gatekeep our culture and we don't play. And we are one big family. The difference between us and everybody else is that we do what we do when we want to do it. Cleveland, you already know. Ohio, all day. OHIO Buckeyes. Yes, indeed. So I want to let everybody know that we've been seeing a lot of folks running around here trying to associate, cling on, attach themselves to us, trying to blend in, trying to tether onto us, and we just been rejected them. So salute to ourselves, and we're going to pat ourselves on the goddamn back. Because one thing about us is that when we celebrate the proper way. We celebrate the real way. Nobody's going to ever give us credit. Everybody's always going to hate on us. I see y'all, San Francisco, California, Brooklyn, all day long. Yes, indeed. Virgin Islands in the building, man. FBA is thick up in here. Y'all know what type of time it is. All day, every day. Queen Alpha, what it is, baby. I know you like that, Brooklyn. Yes, indeed. But we're going to represent, and we're going to let everybody know that where we stand and where we plant our FBA flag, you can't come in. You can't come in. You can't walk in. You can't hop in. You can't flee in. You just got to deal with us because this is our era and this is our generation. I was just having a conversation the other day where I told somebody, I said, supremacy, they don't want to stop us. Supremacy wants to stall us. Understand that the dominant society and every one of their mascots and puppets, they spend a lifetime trying to stop us and they've given up. They know they can't stop us. They know FBA is too strong. If they could have stopped us, they'd have stopped us a long time ago. We are unstoppable. The shit that they pull on these other groups, they can stop them. They can hop in the plane or boat or whatever, go over to anywhere in the diaspora and stop them. Yes, indeed. They can't do that with us, though. No, the fuck they can't. And that's the difference between us and them. We know, like they know, when it comes to certified foundational Black Americans, we cannot be controlled and we cannot be stopped. So therefore, they want to stall us. They want to get us in these conversations that go nowhere. They want to have us running in place forever. They want to have us just stuck where we are. Remember, supremacy don't want to stop you. It wants to stall you. If they could have stopped us, they would. They know that we are unstoppable. So what do? And how do you stop somebody who's trying to stall you? You don't play the games. You don't go in the back and forth. You don't go here, there, none of that. No. What we say goes, you deal with it. That's what it is. And that's what I love about this generation. We ain't got no time for these time-wasting tethers. We ain't got no time for them. And one thing we definitely don't have time for is the tethers of color. Yeah. Because, they used to tell us that it was the people of color. Y'all remember that? The people of color, they used to tell us that all the time, didn't they? Man, the people of color. And then we come to find out that the people of color is really just the tethers of color. Yeah, and they only use color when they can get in on what we do, because if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have nothing. Let's make this clear and understandable for everybody. If it wasn't for certified, foundational Black Americans, nobody would be in this country and there wouldn't even be a country. Understand that. We built this country and we did it by our goddamn self. We maintain this country by our goddamn self, and everything that everyone loves about this country, it all comes from certifieds. And that's what it's all about. So when we find out that these people are really just trying to get in on what we created, they trying to jump in, hop in, and it don't matter, family. They ain't got no type of pride. They will jump in on anything we can do, anything we will do, and they'll do it straight up. It takes somebody who low budget as hell to sit there and tell you that they created an art form that we know goddamn well we created, that they created a holiday that we know goddamn well we created, that they built the country they know goddamn well we created. And this generation, in this decade, and this time right now, we've been letting it be known. There ain't nothing different. Foundational Black Americans, we've been here since day one. The only difference with our generation, family, is we a lot more loud, we a lot more boisterous, and everybody has to feel what we saying. So when you start talking about it, and you start breaking it down by the ones and by the twos, like we do, we don't leave no stones unturned. Oh, no. No, every flea gonna get flared out. Trust me on that one. Every last one of them. Can't nobody hide. So there's been people running around saying that they created hip hop, they created the country. They've been saying that Jim Crow, something that affected us, was Juan Crow. Yeah, y'all remember that? Let's go there. They was running around saying Juan Crow. And y'all know goddamn well ain't no Juan Crow. Nah. So people want our oppression. People want everything that's ever occurred to us. All the black codes, the Jim Crow laws, slavery. Everybody wants to take our ancestors, erase them, and then put their ancestors in. Because they feel that if they can put in their ancestors where our ancestors belong, then that means that they're entitled to what we deserve. And it all starts about reparations. Y'all know what it is. Before there was reparations, it was the African American, the person of color, and the minority. After reparations, it's the come home, brother, the people of color, we all friends, they go low, we go high, all lives matter, can't we all just get along? And we ain't on that type of time. No. We simply changed the game just by getting rid of the term African and putting in foundational. You see how a difference of opinion and approach can change the whole aspect of everything? Well, that's exactly what we did. We changed the aspect of everything. We ran out all of that negative energy and we brought in a whole gang of positive energy. It was just the first of the month the other day. And y'all know how we doing our culture. The first of the month, spring cleaning. What do? We open them doors. We start lighting sage. We put in some good energy and we run out all the bad energy. Ain't that what we do? That's our culture. Anybody running around saying that they did that, do that, they getting it from us, okay? Well, guess what we've been doing? Foundational Black Americans, Certified Black Society, Black Alpha Network, we've been running out all that negative energy and we've been bringing in the positive energy the same way mama does, grandma, daddy, everybody. That's what we do. So consider this just a little house cleaning and ain't nobody better than us. Proceed. So you got a guy running around here and he's about to host this hip hop awards. By the way, right now they're recording the BET Awards, I think it is. It's not going to air until the 10th, right? But they're recording it right now. And I'm telling you, it's Tetherpalooza. it is Tether Palooza up and down the street. And we understand that this is just the Tethers of Color and the people of color. We all know it. You know it. I know it. And that's what pisses them off, family. Like, they cannot stand the fact that we know what they're trying to do and we calling them out before they even do it. That's what they hate about this generation. Remember back in the day when they would tell a lie and the lie would go for like 5 years, 6 years, 10 years? Family, they tell lies and that shit don't even move across the street. By the time they even fix their tether ass teeth. Well, you know, we built the country, brother. No, the fuck you didn't. Well, come home, brother. No, the fuck we ain't. We are home. You feel me? So anything that they try to put on us, we getting rid of it and we rejecting it ASAP. That's how we do. And we going to continue to reject every single thing that they say. And the only thing that's going to be left standing is my certified foundational Black American brothers and sisters and my certified foundational Black American flag. And it's going to be waving in the air. Trust me. Let me throw this up there because y'all know they be hating, but it's all Gucci. Fair use. I'm going to put that on the table. Fair use, okay? Every single thing that we do is fair use right here. This is for commentary. This is for nonprofit educational commentary. So everybody has to understand that we do things the right way and we do things the real way, but we get things done. Yes, we do. Now, with that said, family, fair use, fair use, fair use. What I want to do is I want to break down a person who's been running around here and he's been trying to act like he is the forefront of what we created. He's been trying to act like he's the forefront of what our foundational Black American family tree has put into motion, but they do not like the very fact that we are the ones who are calling it out and we are the ones who are putting it into it. We have all been chosen to make sure that what we do is to hold down our ancestors. And family, we have been chosen like no generation before to hold down our ancestors. We preaching today. All of us, we are in the erasure era, okay? This isn't the era where we just trying to get a couple rights here, a couple rights there. We ain't locking arms and walking down the street. No. This is the era, family, where if we don't do our work, then they're going to try to get us out the paint. So we have a responsibility unlike anybody else before. And we stand on the shoulder of those ancestors. And I believe that we represent them pretty goddamn good too. And I believe we're doing it with style too. And I believe everybody out here scared as hell too. Well, if they scared, they mad, they're going to stay scared and mad because we ain't backing up because we don't know how. Only thing we know how to do is stay foundational, Black American, and excellent, and regulate people like this who run around and say things like
some people that hate. There's some people that hate. You know, I tell you, I never really.
Checkmate.
And you know, when you win, there's always some people that hate. There's some people that hate. You know, I tell you, I never really with Twitter, but I go on there to see. They always hating on me. And they said they've been like lately talking about Latinos wasn't in rap and this. These guys are illusion. We're from the Bronx, New York. Shit happens. And so when hip hop started, it's Latino and Black, half and half. But they going at me because I'm like the only Spanish dude, like really with a big voice. Fuck that. And Latinos wasn't there. You was invited. You are a specimen. I don't know what the fuck is up with these people that don't know their facts. And so out of nowhere this morning, somebody sent it to Tony Sunshine. He sent it to me. I got a little video I posted. And it's only a few Latinos in hip hop. We got the drum beat going, and this talks about Charlie Chase and Ruby D and Whippy Whip and this. These are all. And so what I notice is history is history. And you know, when you win, there's always a
freeze. That's what we're talking about right there. First off, he got one thing right. History is history. But there's a difference between your history and our history. See, our history is based on foundational Black American excellence. Our history is based upon building this country. Our history is based upon us being the strongest lineage, heritage, and culture of all time. Your history is about trying to tether on to the strongest lineage, heritage, and culture of all time. And we all know that you didn't create hip hop. Family, we got to get to the point where we all know that hip hop 50 is nothing more than a grift. That's all that hip hop 50 shit was. Hip hop 50 is the same as the term minority or African American or all lives matter. That's all it is. We got to look at it and put it in the same box and frame it. Anybody who runs around here and they talk about hip hop 50, that is just a word that creates a bridge where you can take things that belong to us and give them to people like Fat Joe. You understand? And I want you to notice, he didn't put no addresses on who he's talking about. I'm going to restart it, family, and listen to how he's about to slip. And I think the N-word was about to come out a couple times. And I ain't talking about the one with the A. I'm talking about the one with the E-R. He be like, these people, They're on Twitter saying all these things about my people, and watch the way he stutters, fumbles, and bumbles through what he's trying to say, because what he really wants to say is that y'all in words cannot do what y'all think y'all gonna do and let us take the culture. Watch him, watch what he says, watch the way he says it, family. We getting right to it today. Smash that like button. Black Alpha Network, certified BLACK.
Some people that hate. There's some people that hate. You know, I tell you, I never really with Twitter, but I go on there to see. They always hating on me. And they said they've been like late.
That's 5 days in 2 seconds. That ain't no different than you people. What they say? What do you mean, you people? You notice how he started off with they and them and y'alls and over there and say it. Who you talking about, Joe? Who you talking about? Why don't you call us what you probably call us when the doors is closed and you back with all your folks? Go ahead and say it, family, because y'all know like I know. They'll talk all that stuff about we all people of color and we all brothers. As soon as that goddamn door closed, then they get right on back to, well, you know, those da-da-da-da-da can't come in my house. Those da-da-da-da-da got nappy hair. Those da-da-da-da-da are violent. Yeah, say what it is, Joe. Watch how many times he says they and he ain't done.
Lately talking about Latinos wasn't in rap and this. These guys are illusion. We're from the Bronx.
There he goes. These guys.
New York, shit happens. And so when hip hop started, it's Latino and black, half and half. But
it's funny now. The only time he referred to us as black is when he could say Latinos and black. Any other time in this statement, we were they and them and those guys, a bunch of terms that are very motherfucking disrespectful. But you see what he's doing there. This is how they do it, family. They jump around, they bounce around, they playing games.
They going at me because I'm like the only Spanish dude, like really with a big voice. Fuck that. And
whoa, freeze again, family. I'm sorry, I'm on one because he's saying that much bullshit that we got to freeze it. Notice how he said, they're coming after me because I'm the only Spanish guy. They always do this with us. It's always got to be y'all FBAs is mean. Can anybody just have a problem with us and just be like, I disagree? I just don't like what y'all said and I have a difference of opinion. Every single time anybody has something to say against us, they always have to play the victim mode. That victim shit is over. We ain't letting it slide. We ain't letting it ride. You can't have that. All that FBA's a hate scoops and FBA hurt my feelings. FBA said something to me when I was 4.5 years old at the playground when I was on the swings and the monkey bars. FBA is just so mean. It don't work. It don't work. And if you think that you're going to pass off yourself as a victim while you're straight up cosplaying and hijacking our culture, you got another thing coming. Proceed.
Latinos wasn't there. You was invited. You are a specimen. I don't know what.
Latinos wasn't invited. You was a specimen. I have no idea what that means. I think he's just babbling at this point. But second off, notice how he says, y'all people, y'all, them, they, how he refers to us. And then he starts talking about how y'all said we're invited. Yeah, you were invited. You were invited to the parties. And this is what happens when you invite too many people to the cookout. That's why us again in this generation, family, we got receipts in this generation. That's why in our generation right now, fam, we have ended the cookout. The cookout don't exist no goddamn more. Fuck a cookout. We done cooked out so many people that we done looked around and a bunch of people are in the building who ain't got no goddamn business. So the cookout is over with. So what they gonna do when there ain't no more cookout? They can't say they created hip hop.
What the fuck is up with these people? They don't know their facts.
These people again.
And so out of nowhere this morning, somebody sent it to Tony Sunshine. He sent it to me. I got a little video I posted. And it's only a few Latinos in hip hop. We got the drum beat going and this talks about Charlie Chase.
When we say that there's only a few of y'all in hip hop, there's only a few of y'all in hip hop. There's only a few of y'all in hip hop then. And I don't even know if we would say we have enough to necessitate a few now. Who? Anybody from that community that's still rapping is probably somebody who came around in the 90s. I don't know who's really on it. Who in hip hop represents his culture? Now, yesterday, the day before, the last year, the last decade, the last century. Tell me who. So when we say that there was only a few of y'all, we mean there's only a few of y'all, and he can only present to us a very few. And I'm not talking about MC Tortito. I'm not talking about him, okay? I'm not talking about MC Plantain All right. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about having success in America. Hip hop was created in America. So you show me an American hip hop artist from your community. And I want you to do it. And please use more than one hand because I'm running out. Like, I don't even know. 4, maybe 3. The best one they had was Big Pun. And Big Pun actually was on records telling everybody that hip hop was created by black people. Y'all notice that too now. When it was hip hop, with Big Pun in the old era, hip-hop said it. Hip-hop said it. We said it. The FBA, Foundational Black American, whole family tree, we all said it. FBA created it. Our grandparents, our great-grandparents. It was always documented that hip-hop was a foundational Black American thing. Y'all remember they didn't even want to have the conversation about hip-hop. They used to try to run from the conversation of hip-hop. They'd be like, let's not talk about it. None of that. Now, all of a sudden, Kamala Harris, she wants to give a whole dissertation on hip-hop. Joe Biden wants to give one. I seen Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton trying to give a dissertation on hip hop. Yes, the same Bill Clinton and the same Hillary Clinton that used hip hop in 1994 as a catalyst to write the crime bill. We broke that down last week. But now everybody wants to have a conversation about hip hop. Why? Why all of a sudden is this vetted interest in everyone wanting to talk about hip hop? You only do it because you want to steal. Family, 99.9% of people who come around foundational Black Americans only want to steal. That's it. Ain't nobody coming around because they want to be our friend. Ain't nobody coming around because they want to be our buddy. They're coming around because they got their eyes on everything. They walk in the house, they say, I like that. I like that. I want that over there. That over there, I want it. They're not coming over to get the food, okay? First off, our food is too seasoned and cooked too goddamn well for them. They wouldn't even be able to handle our food. Nobody's coming to the cookout to get a plate, all right? They ain't coming to get a plate. They're coming to take the goddamn plate, all of your goddamn dishes. They want your refrigerator. They want your car. Hell, they want the whole house. All right. So this whole cookout gave us people like Fat Joe. So when you go back in time, when Big Pun was telling everybody that hip hop was created by Black Americans, Fat Joe was doing this in the background. Fat Joe was sitting there. So was Busta Rhymes, or Busta without the rhymes. We're going to get him in a minute too. They were sitting back doing this. Y'all notice that these folks didn't come around until now. They didn't come around until the OGs in hip hop start to fade away. This is when this whole onslaught begun. And this is what Fat Joe is trying to prove right now. Unfortunately for him, all them thems and days that he's referring to ain't gonna work.
Ruby D and Whippy Whip and this, these are all. And so what I notice is history is history. And you know when you win, there's always some people that hate. There's some people.
No, Joe. No, Joe. He says when you win, there's always people that hate. No. When you win, there's always somebody who wants to steal. He just got his positioning all fucked up. But let me go ahead and correct that for him, okay? We're the ones winning. He's the one losing because he is trying to steal our culture. We ain't trying to steal theirs. Matter of fact, we don't know where to even look for their culture because we ain't watching. So there's a difference on who, when, where, and why. The who is foundational Black Americans. The when is right goddamn now. And the why is because we are exceptional and they cannot live with that or deal with it. This is what's going on. And if y'all notice with this guy, he's been popping up everywhere. He's been popping up everywhere because, family, there is a bag involved. This whole steal from foundational Black Americans, this is what we're always doing. We're breaking it down and we're understanding that this is a whole apparatus, family. It ain't just something small and minimal. See, a lot of people think that this erasure culture and people trying to steal from us is just a bunch of tethers on the internet. No, family. This right here, this is deeper than that. Because understand, if you can steal hip hop culture, then you're one step closer to stealing FBA culture. We've already seen it done before in the past. We know who created rock and roll. We know who created jazz and gospel. Every form of music in this country was created by foundational Black Americans. And hip hop was the last thing. They wanted to be the last thing to fall. And we're not letting it fall. And this is why they pissed off right now. So all of a sudden, Fat Joe, and let's be honest with you. I'm asking everybody in the chat. Can y'all tell me what was a great Fat Joe album? Fat Joe is not a double, triple platinum artist. Let's get this right. Fat Joe had a song here or there or there. All his songs had features on them. Okay, What's Love? Ja Rule wrote that, and Ashanti was on it. As a matter of fact, on the song What's Love, there's actually a version with Ja Rule doing the hook, and they got that off, and they threw Fat Joe on it. Let's get it straight, okay? Fat Joe is no artist that people been clamoring for. He ain't never sold no records. Fat Joe ain't heavy out here in the streets. If he put out a single, the albums would flop. You understand that? Because nobody wants to hear more than one song from Joe at a time. Believe that. So Fat Joe is no major artist, but yet you're starting to see him with Kamala Harris. You starting to see him with Bill Clinton. We're going to put up the pictures straight up and down. We got pictures and video with him dancing with Kamala. Why all of a sudden is Fat Joe being jammed down everybody's throat? Because Fat Joe ain't nobody special. Ain't nobody rocking with Joe. Joe is a nobody. Joe is considered trash. A lot of people feel that Big Pun was the one really writing any of the material that Joe thought was hot. You remember he said it on the song. People say I found Pun's rhyme book. You probably did, because you ain't popping like that. So the very fact that he's being put everywhere, hosting award shows. I mean, why is Fat Joe hosting an award show that has anything to do with foundational Black Americans? And we all know BET is trash. Okay, we all understand that. But guess what? Trash ass BET that is owned by the dominant society. Then you got these fleers of color, and then you put them together. Voila. This is exactly what you get. So they found them the right person, because that's what they've been doing. They've been hand selecting and recruiting people. They said, we're going to get him, we're going to get them, we're going to get them, and then we're going to try to run this on FBA. But guess what? When they go around that door, we waiting on them. When they go around that door, we waiting on them. The front, back, it don't matter. Wherever they go, FBA is right there, and this is what you call gatekeeping, and we've been gatekeeping this culture to the maximum. So as I always say, we're going to salute our goddamn self, because we are the only ones out here putting in that work. Now, I want y'all to watch this right here. Fat Joe here is talking to Angie Martinez. And I want y'all to notice something, family. Notice how in this video, he starts trying to throw the alley-oop to other people in his community. Watch this right here. He starts going through different people from the diaspora, different people from the Caribbean, and he's trying to say, one day, y'all, there's going to be a nice, good Mexican rapper, and then he going to come. Watch this, family. This is what he's doing. He's trying to set up someone else in position. This is how it starts. It always starts off with people saying we co-created hip hop. Right now, we're in the early stages of it. We're in the co-created hip hop era. Eventually, it's going to turn into the no, we created hip hop era. That's how it always starts. They come next to us. They throw an arm around us. They tell us how we all friends. We all did this as one. And then about 2 weeks later, give them a week and a half, that we is going to turn into just us. That's why he kept saying y'all people, they, and all those outsider terms. He's only using Black when he can connect it. Eventually, they get rid of the Black, they get rid of the co-created, and then it turns into we are the ones who created it. That's how it always plays out. Watch this right here, family, and watch the way he's trying to set up people who are non-FBA. You see it all the damn time. Watch it.
The Panamanians, like they out.
The Mexicans,
everybody. It's crazy.
We out here,
big time.
This was
the Mexicans. The Mexicans gonna be the biggest when they get together and they figure out their Eminem of.
Whoa, hold up! Did y'all hear that right there? Did y'all hear that? He said the Mexicans are going to be the biggest once they find their Eminem. Family, we can't make this up. What we do? We just see the results, we see the receipts, and we put them on the table. We ain't make this up. This is what he said. This ain't what we said. This is what he said. He says that they are going to find their Eminem. So you talking about a tether, talking about the dominant society. Where's all that co-creation? I don't hear it. You notice now, family, when he's sitting next to Angie Martinez, somebody from his community, now all of a sudden, family, it's turning into us. It ain't no we no more. All that we stuff walk right out the goddamn door. Now what he's saying is that, well, you know, once they find them an Eminem, and he used Eminem as the example. He used Eminem as the example, family. You know what type of time they on. This is it. These are the small seeds that start. They did this with rock and roll. They did this with Little Richard and Chuck Berry. First, they come around, they say, let me play the guitar with you. Let's have a jam session, Chuck Berry. Let's have a jam session. And then all of a sudden, that jam session turns into, well, what about us? What about me? What about our people? What about Eminem? What about Elvis? We watching the same thing. Ain't nothing new under the sun, family.
Mexicans that's fly. It's over.
No,
it's over.
The Mexican Eminem.
Somebody gonna come.
Well, if you're out there, you
Black
know.
people gonna love him.
Whoa. The Mexican Eminem. And listen what he just said. He said, Black people gonna love him. Family, we don't rock with the real Eminem. What he talking about? So we don't rock with the real Eminem, but yet he's trying to sell us a non-created fake version of Eminem from his community. We don't rock with the W Eminem. What makes him think that we gonna rock with the person of color Eminem? You see, they're trying to speak this stuff to life, y'all. This is how we go down, y'all. This is what they're trying to do, y'all. But certified foundational Black Americans and all of us right here, this is what we do. When we get together and we start calling this type of stuff out, this is what makes it hard on them. Don't let nobody tell you, fam, we ain't putting in that work. Don't let nobody tell you, because the more we can have these conversations and generate this type of energy, the more we put the block on this shit. So when they try to feed us the Mexican Eminem and they try to bring us Fat Joe and Angie Martinez or whoever next, we're going to be waiting for them by the time they show up. Watch the same way that it continues.
Spanish people gonna love him, white people gonna love him, and he gonna be the biggest guy in the world because there's so many Mexicans everywhere you look. Like it's like they get one to go, like you know, like big go? Boy. Oh no, he gone.
Like a Mexican Eminem.
Yeah, he 100 million, 200 million, some shit we ain't never. Excuse my language, something we ain't never seen in our lives. He's gone.
Amazing.
Look at that right there, y'all. Look at the boy. They had their fingers crossed, didn't they? When their fingers crossed, man, I'm telling you, man, when it happened, they gonna love him. The cats and the dogs and the goddamn frogs is gonna like him. Everybody gonna like him. It's just gonna be a national holiday. We gonna love him. Nah. Let me tell you right now, and I know this for a fact. I know for a fact that shit ain't gonna work. And I know for a fact that nothing moves without foundational Black Americans. So you can sit there and you can try to wish that. You can holler at the moon. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. I guarantee you everything they just said right there will never work. And I want y'all to notice this, family. When has his people from where he's from ever got along with the people of the other community? Y'all know they go at it all day. Call one of them the other one and they gonna get mad. You go right now to the Bronx and you tell somebody from the Bronx that they are Mexican from LA and watch what happens. Go to LA and go talk to a Mexican and tell them, are you Puerto Rican? And I guarantee you, it ain't going to be good. They fight all damn day long with each other. Don't call me this. Don't call me that. They do it all the time. But now, all of a sudden, he's rooting for them, and he's actually trying to put them above himself. We call cap, we call bullshit, and we call it out every single time. So no, Joe, it ain't going to work, Joe. Joe, you're going to have to try another one. Nah, and Angie Martinez, she's sitting there because she's been a culture vulture for a long time. She been the same culture vulture a long time, and we know exactly the type of time that they on, so it ain't gonna work. I'm telling y'all, family, they could sit there and try to come up with that, and that's what they're doing. They already putting the seeds in, family. They already, you know what? What if we got us a Spanish Eminem? Man, it'll be big, y'all. And trust me, he ain't just saying that because it sounds good. He out here right now trying to find one because that's what they do. He's out here in the streets trying to find him one the same way Dr. Dre and them was out trying to find them an Eminem's. That's the same exact way that you're seeing them trying to find them an Eminem who is Spanish, fam. So he's not just talking that to talk it. He's talking that because deep down, he really genuinely is looking for that. That's the next artist he's trying to sign. Guarantee it. This is what they do. So we know what the erasure looks like. And the beautiful thing about knowing what the erasure looks like, you can stop it anytime it pull up, anytime it roll up. And this is what we're doing. We stopping it right here, live and in living color. They can't stop us, family. They can't stop us. No, never, not at all. Keep on trying, family, and we're going to keep on running, gang. And this is the way we do. Now, it don't stop there. There's been another guy running around here talking reckless, all right? And all of a sudden, these guys pop up. Now, when Tupac was running around here and hip-hop was like on some real stuff, these people were silent. You never heard half these people. Y'all notice that, right? These people just popped up out of nowhere. All this Eminem is the GOAT. They weren't saying that 10, 15 years ago. All this hip hop started in the Caribbean. They weren't saying that 15, 20 years ago. All of this stuff is new, family. This is all new stuff that they saying right here today. They are not ever on the same type of time that we on, fam. Not at all. They only pull this when they can start talking to these young folks. Be honest with you, it's some real predatory type stuff, right? They said, let's wait till hip hop becomes very young. When hip hop gets real young, then what we're going to do is we're going to go out there and we're going to find some young folks so they can brainwash them. That's what they've been trying to do. And the main folks out there who've been facilitating that, this right here, family, is your Tethers of Color. That's who it is right there. Them two right there. Them been the main ones, family. Them been the main ones. They didn't talk that talk in the 90s. Both these dudes is 50. They talk about hip hop is 50. Both these dudes is 50. How come they didn't start talking that hip hop was created by somebody else until foundational Black Americans started saying that? How come? They weren't talking all of this we created. They weren't saying none of that until as of recent, because they was waiting until the 16, 17, and 18s, because they know they couldn't pull that on anybody 25 and up. If you 25, you 35, you 45, you 55, they couldn't run that shit. They could not run that game on us, family, and they know it. So they was just sitting back and they was waiting until they can get a younger audience. And once they found them a younger audience, family, now they start running the gambit. It's the same thing with Martin Luther King had a dream. Yeah, yes, indeed. The same way the dominant society, notice, the dominant society didn't do that Martin Luther King ended racism stuff with people from the 70s because they were there. They didn't run that on people from the 80s. They were there. They waited to run that game on the youth because the youth, they feel, would be more receptive to it. This is why all of a sudden Busta Rhymes pops up out of nowhere. This is why all of a sudden Fat Joe pops up out of nowhere. These folks were nowhere to be found. As a matter of fact, they were the biggest cosplayers of foundational Black American culture than anybody. Now, all of a sudden, they got some new agenda and some new initiative. And it just so happens to coincide with this erasure of our culture that's been going on in the process. They cannot fool us. These two right here, family, are what we refer to as Tethers of Color. They're not peoples of color. These are tethers of color. Their main goal, initiative, and agenda is to steal from foundational Black Americans, play their role so they can get their Caribbean version of butter biscuits. That's what it is, family. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get their Caribbean version of butter biscuits, and they're trying to do it at our expense. And that's why Fat Joe is mad, and that's why Busta Rhymes is mad. Busta Rhymes goes out there and he try to throw these little pot shots at us. It don't work. Fat Joe, he's getting on TikTok and trying to say, man, you know, they, those, and them people when you're winning. No. You just mad because you cannot do what you're being paid to do. This ain't no different than Roland Martin. That's all that is. Roland Martin is a tether of color. So you see how these people all flock together and all are in the same exact lane, family. And we've been calling them out one by one. But I want y'all to watch this, fam. Watch how the game has been shifting and watch the way that Fat Joe and these dudes, they get real disgruntled. Literally, and I'm not playing. I got video of Busta Rhymes. He done got his damn Jamaican accent. Now, y'all know he was talking English and speaking just like us. Now, all of a sudden, he's out here talking about some the blumber clots and all this, man, and all this. I'm telling y'all, FBA gatekeeping makes people do crazy things, crazy ass things. But that's what happens. They don't know how to operate. They don't know how to function. Watch him right here, family, as he attempts to try to take our culture and spin it all the way around. Y'all know how they do, as I said again, fair use. Listen to this, family. Watch the erasure and watch the hating.
That we displayed, a lot of that shit come from dancehall culture. And I don't think people really...
No.
The showmanship that we displayed, a lot of that shit come from dancehall culture. And I don't think people really understand this whole hip-hop shit was birthed from Jamaica.
It's crazy that he said that, yo, because you know what? I've been in the South since 2006, and I swear I've been trying to get the dancehall music down here to all the DJs I've met. And you know, there's only one DJ that really like pulled towards that, and it's DJ Blaze. And rest in peace, DJ Blaze. But it's crazy, yo.
Now, look at this guy right here. This is what I was just saying, family, and I played it like this on purpose. Look how this dude right here is believing in the shit. That's crazy. First off, that dude said he been down. So that guy, do y'all hear an accent in this dude? Tell me right now, does this guy have a little accent? This guy talking, the guy doing the reaction video? Let me know something.
This whole hip-hop shit was birthed from Jamaica.
Look, by the way, he looked moist too. Tell me, the guy who's doing the reaction, does he come across like he got an accent too?
It's crazy that he said that, yo, because you know what? I've been in the South since 2006, and I swear
I've been in the South since 2006. I don't know, man. This sounds like a transplant tether, my goddamn. I'm hearing it. Listen to this one more time.
I've been trying to get the dancehall music down here to all the DJs I've met. And you know, there's only one DJ that really like pulled towards that, and it's DJ Blaze. And rest in peace, DJ Blaze.
Oh, no, that's a tether of color. That's a tether of color. That's a tether of color. This is what I was talking about. Point proven again. FBA wins. We do never lose, never. We are undefeated. We are 1 billion and 0, never lost, family. That dude is a tether, and this is what we're talking about. You got this Tether Rhymes, and he's sitting there running that lie, and then you got this other guy who's clearly a moist tether. And what's this guy doing? He's like, I never felt like ever before. Like, I've been in the South since like 06, and that hell is everywhere. This is what we talking about. They're sliding in all of these people like the guy doing a reaction video, and they're trying to put that tether jacket on us. Y'all know what I always say on the Black Alpha Network. they're going to have to stop with that tether jacket. All right. That's an extra medium and it don't fit us. All right. Stop. That's what it is. So we're not going for that. Tether of color. We see you, homeboy. We see you. We know what type of time it is. You right there are trying to run that game. And look at Busta Rhymes, family. Busta Rhymes is telling a lie. And then you got someone else who is putting forth the lie and trying to perpetuate the same lie that he just said right then and there. But we see it. And we see it all the time. And they can't get it off. So you have a lie on top of a lie and people sitting there trying to erase our culture. I'm telling you, it makes strange bedfellows. You'll have somebody from the East Coast and the West Coast, someone from Mexico, someone from Puerto Rico. You have this guy and that guy. And all of a sudden, when it comes to foundational Black American culture or anyone trying to steal from our culture, they'll just team up. People who never liked each other before, never got along before, was never in the same lane. Let FBA get on some type of time, and all of a sudden, these folks get real friendly with each other. Real friendly. So you see right here the same thing that we were talking about. That right there is case in point. I said that they wait until the youth starts getting into the music that they can brainwash. They jumped over everybody else, and they said, let's go target the young people because they know that shit wasn't going to work on us. All right? Anybody who's an adult, who's a grown-ass woman, or grown-ass man, we know who created hip-hop. It's not even a question. And that's why we have this type of energy we got. Y'all notice our energy is we ain't going for it. We ain't going for half of it. We ain't going for a piece, not an iota of it. All that we created hip-hop stuff, y'all notice us foundational Black Americans in this culture, in this generation, we're not playing them games. We ain't hearing nobody say that shit. We canceling that out before they even talk. So they say, well, if we can't talk to the adult, we can't talk to the 30-year-old or the 40-year-old or the 50-year-old. Let's go get the teenager. You feel me? And what's Busta Rhymes doing right now? He talking to the teenager. Anytime they say that stuff, Fat Joe, that's why Fat Joe is on TikTok. Fat Joe is on TikTok. This man is 50 years old and he's on TikTok complaining about FBA creating hip hop. Why is he on TikTok? Why ain't he on something for adults? He is on hip hop TikTok so he can try to steal our culture and talk to all the young folks. These are tethers of color. And to be honest with you, they really kind of come across as some type of predators. These are predators of color as well, family. And this is the type of time that you always see, family. It's a dirty, dirty game. Yes, it is.
But it's crazy, yo. Busta speaking some facts.
Like Kool Herc is a Jamaican nigga. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The whole concept of having big ass speakers stockpiled on top of each other and playing loud ass music outside, that come from Jamaica. That's dancehall culture. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Kool Herc brought dancehall culture to the US and gave birth to hip hop culture. The only thing that changed was the type of music that was played.
Stop. Nobody brought hip hop to the people who created hip hop. That's like somebody saying they brought you to your mama. Your mama gonna say, I made that kid. You ain't bring our child to us. It don't work that way. Try another one, Busta, without the rhymes. We ain't going for that. Nah, no. You can get all your little tether buddies to run with that one. We're not running with that one at all. No, you're going to have to try better than that one. That was a poor attempt to try to sabotage and steal our culture, family. But guess what? It don't stop there. The very fact, notice, family, when he was talking, he had his head down the whole time. He had his head down. He like, man, you know, the hip hop culture, and the Kool Herc was a Jamaican. And let's stop this Kool Herc, okay? Let's stop. Okay, maybe in their community, they'll do the one person. This one human being created everything. We don't do that. Anything that we've created, all of our greatness is a collection of all of us working together as one. This is what we do. See, when we say they got a backstabbing culture or they got this like individual culture, that individualism is what they always try to do. Don't tell me about no Kool Herc. I don't want to hear about no damn Kool Herc, okay? The very fact that they're taking 400 years of foundational Black American existence and they're giving it to one guy who ain't even foundational Black American. Man, they out their goddamn mind. And we ain't going for that at all. We ain't going for that. And this is why Busta Rhymes was super upset. But family, it don't stop. Didn't I say that now he's running around and he's talking with a damn Jamaican accent? Mind you, back in the day, he was running around here and he was acting real FBA. He was trying to run with our style, run with our culture because we've been a meal ticket to all of these people. We ain't nothing more than a meal ticket. So they have to act like you FBA when you young and then jump on your homeland when you get older. That's what he was doing. I want y'all to look at Busta Rhymes now because Busta Rhymes, he ain't like Fat Joe. Fat Joe has been hand selected and Fat Joe's been running around here getting awards and medals and hosting shows. Busta Rhymes all of a sudden, he kind of disappeared. Well, Kind of, because if you think about it, Busta Rhymes got a Lifetime Achievement Award. Think about that, family. Busta Rhymes got a Lifetime Achievement Award, and then Fat Joe hosting award shows. These dudes are not big like that. They are not big. And all of these accolades are coming to all of these non-FBA rappers. And let's be real, Busta, you had a couple good songs, but really you was kind of comedian rapper. All right. You was a comedian. You joked and you ha-ha and you laughed around all the time. Nobody was taking your... Matter of fact, family, when's the last time y'all been at a party and someone said, a party ain't a party until you play Busta Rhymes? I ain't seen it. Not in the last 15, 20 years. Now listen to Busta without the rhymes now, family. Listen to how he's running around here. Super Jamaican. That man that went full Jamaican now, fam. Listen to him right here talking about the bumper clots and all of that. This is what happens when you try to steal from our culture and then you got to flee back to your culture. Listen.
Hey, old boy,
listen to this dude right here, fam. He's going to run the whole game.
I'm a family, I'm a friends, them, I'm loved ones, them. In the place. And the people, them hungry. See? So now I'm going to get into the tradition. Fuck the long time. Weber father, where you there?
Stop. Listen to that. Family, listen to that. This man now is running around. Where you mama? Where you papa? Where your family? I got some curd chicken. This some curd chicken. I got it all, family. Come on. Now he going back cosplaying. He just cosplaying over here, cosplaying over there. This man never talked like this before. He was running around here talking about he from NYC and all of that, acting like a foundational Black American. Now all of a sudden, he's super duper duper Jamaican. Come on. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. This man is straight up impostor. That is what he is. Yes, Busta without the rhymes. And all that, man, fuck all that bullshit. Say some words, homie. Okay, say some words. We ain't on none of that. So this man running around here with a fake ass accent. Now he's trying to flip-flop back and forth because he sees a bag and trying to steal from foundational Black Americans. Going back to what we were saying in step one, they want what we got and they're getting money thrown at them now, family. This is what we all see. They getting bags thrown at him and he sees, let me jump off of this FBA thing and let me jump onto the Jamaican thing. But here's the problem. You were never welcome on the foundational Black American side. You got some invites to the cookout, but at the end of the day, you couldn't come around the real ones. And the real ones are the ones that really make things do. But he wasn't done, y'all.
Yeah. Right now, I'm going to show you some blood clot food, see? You see that food here? I want you to look good. Mango, chili salmon, and your bumbo clot. To them say, Weber father. Yeah. Steam snapper at the place. You know what we do it? We put okra and vegetable and them sitting there. Curry blood clot lobster. Butter lobster. Butter blood clot shrimp. And what you say, Weber father? Fruity. Yeah.
Y'all heard he said right there, family? Did y'all catch that? He said, I'm a teller of color. And this dude said, yep, that's what you are. That right there, family, is the definition of a tether of color. And that's the new term, and that's what we're running with right now, family. We're putting an end to that people of color. You know what I mean? It's a tether of color. And that's exactly what Busta without the rhymes is, family. He is a tether of color, and he's been running around here cosplaying foundational Black Americans for the longest. And now he's cosplaying his own community. This man jumping all over the goddamn place. He don't know where to go. He don't know where to go, how to get there, as long as he can get the bag. These people exhibit the same type of behavior that we say they always exhibit when they come here. They're always looking for a free meal, and they're always freeloaders. Free meal, freeloader. And that's exactly what you've seen right there, fam. But let me take it back. Now, a minute ago, we just seen Fat Joe talking about his community, right? And he was talking about they're going to find them a Mexican M&M. We just saw that, right? We all saw that live in living color. Okay, well, listen to this, family. Let's pull back some receipts on that, people, because we all know that their community is really a community that classifies themselves as W's. Once again, the people of color is a grift. It's a sham. It's a scam. But when you really look at their people, they really classify themselves as W's. And they will tell you if you're watching. Watch this right here, family. A lot of y'all seen this, but this is what we're talking about with people like Fat Joe running around here. This is what we're talking about when people try to scam on us. This is what we're talking about when people try to steal from us. Watch this.
BLM trying to have a protest here, right?
He's talking about when Black Lives Matter came down. I don't know if this is California or Texas, but where his people are, and watch how he said they ain't going for none of that black stuff. These are the people that they say co-created. These are the people that they say going to be the next hip hop stars.
Last long.
Really?
Oh no. Oh no. We don't play that shit here. They came down for ballet. You know who was kicking them out of here? The blacks from here. Our blacks were kicking them out. Say, don't come and fuck up things for us over here. We're cool here. Here, Mexicans, blacks, whites, we all get along. My Arabian, Indian friends, we're all home. All of us are friends. We all go to the gym together. We eat at each other's restaurants. We're family. We're family here. We don't play that shit here. In LA, you can go to walk 2 streets. You don't know the next person. They're not part of your community.
Yeah.
They might have a store in Downey, but they live in Riverside, right? They may have a store in Riverside, but they live in Alhambra, right? You might have a store in North Hills, but you live in the Valley, right? In Silmar. Not here. We all see each other. We all know each other. So just we own a business here. You live down the street, you know. So we're very community. That's why we're Republican here. That's
No. Hold on. That's why blacks. Hold on.
why blacks, Mexicans, whites here are Republican. BLM tried to have a protest here, right? That didn't last long.
Really?
Oh no. Oh no. We don't play that shit here. They came down.
Family. That's the grift that we're talking about. That's that same stuff that Fat Joe does. That's that same stuff of we all get along. They'll always claim some type of unity when it's beneficial to them. What he's really saying is that we don't go for none of that black stuff. All right. That's what he's really saying. He's really saying we don't play none of that black stuff. We are only about either all of us or whatever benefits us. That is what he's saying, family. That right there. And all that we get along in LA. No, hell no. That right there is a lie, family. He is telling another lie, and this is the type of shit that you always see. They will always run that game on us as long as people believe it. This is how it starts. I'm telling you. It starts off with we are all as one. It starts off with we all family, and then after all that family talk disappears, then it turns into me, my community. That stuff is a grift. That is a lie. And this is exactly why we've been calling it out from day one. And we're going to continue to call it all the way out continuously all the goddamn time. Now, as we sit here and we speak about Fat Joe, this is what I'm saying about Fat Joe, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Fat Joe is a C-level rapper, okay, who never really did anything with his career. And look at him right now hanging out with Bill Clinton. Not to mention, he be out there dancing with Kamala Harris. He's giving them shoes and all. Fat Joe just got out of jail a few years ago. You feel me? This is the type of game that they be trying to run on us, y'all. This is the type of game. You feel? This is how they try to come at us all the goddamn time. They say, well, we all friends and we all get along and we all buddies. And as soon as foundational Black Americans say, yeah, come on in, next thing you know, they leaving with it. They leaving with anything they can get their hands on. I don't give a damn what genre of music it is. They trying to take it and they trying to get out of Dodge. That's what they're doing. And that's what Fat Joe's doing and all of them are doing. But it's a big apparatus, fam. We speak about that apparatus all the time. And I want everybody to realize and what we are ain't just a few tethers on the internet. No. This is about the whole goddamn culture. This is about everything and everyone running around here trying to steal what we have created. That's what they do. It's nothing more than just thievery. That's what they live on. They live on this type of thievery. And a matter of fact, speaking of thievery, there's another guy who's been running around here, and he's been trying to steal foundational Black American culture from where he's from. Yes, and y'all know who this guy is right here. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce him real quick, real fast right now. Y'all know this dude right here. And he been running around trying to say that he's the new Tupac. That guy. Yep. Burna Boy. Yep. Let's talk about Burna Boy real quick. First off, foundational Black Americans, we were just out here regulating Joe Biden for trying to call us boy. This guy goes by the name of boy. What would happen if you ran around and said, call me this boy? I'm that boy. I'm boy. That's what you see right now with Burna Boy. Now, let's not get it twisted. Burna Boy has been out here trying to tell everyone how he is a Tupac clone, basically. He represents Tupac and he's the new Tupac. We all know that's a goddamn lie. Goddamn lie. Check this out, family. Check this out right here. Burna Boy comes out and he says this. I will play the clip, but y'all know they be hating. As Afrobeats continues to rise in prominence, both stateside and abroad, Burna Boy has been the Afrobeats artist at the forefront of the movement. Earlier this year, he became the first Nigerian artist to headline a U.S. stadium. Once again, Burna Boy headlining a U.S. stadium when Burna Boy don't sell no units. His album just flopped. And they start talking about he also headlined NBA All-Star Game halftime show. Everyone knows that halftime show was the worst and the lowest rated halftime show in modern history for the National Basketball Association. So you don't see any results. None of this stuff translates at all. And they said, and J. Cole's Dreamville Festival, la, 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 la. His popularity is such that J. Cole, even, y'all know, hey, J. Cole, what we said to y'all, what y'all came up with, half-freed, he's a fleather. Let's be real about J. Cole. J. Cole is in no position to anoint nobody as Tupac Amaru Shakur. Let's make that real clear. I don't give a fuck how many songs, how deep he acts, how motherfucking many dreadlocks he grows, and how long they get. J. Cole is in no position to anoint nobody Tupac. That will come from the lineage. We will designate that. And guess what? There ain't another Tupac, so it ain't going to happen. Now, they said J. Cole even compared him to Tupac. Sitting with Rap Radar podcast, Burna Boy recounted how he ended up in the studio with J. Cole and a group of tall-as-hell basketball players. This right here, family. Watch how he says he is the new Tupac.
I don't really know the dynamics behind how everything happened.
Yeah, let's get to the point.
And then, yeah, before any music, we're just all just talking about real stuff, about
fair use, by the way, fair use.
Life and everything, really, you know. And for me, it's like I don't really talk, you know. I don't really like have conversations with people that don't really live with me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't have them long conversations like that. So for me, it's like I found myself just going off and just
feeling comfortable. Perhaps.
Yeah, it's just going off really. And then before we start, he just goes, "Bruh, this nigga is Tupac." Before we start, he just goes, "Bruh, this nigga is Tupac." Before we start, he just goes, "Bruh, this nigga is Tupac."
Hell no. Hell no. I speak on behalf of certified foundational Black Americans, and I believe everybody in the chat will agree with me. That ain't no Tupac. That ain't Tupac, 3 Pac, 4 Pac, 5 Pac. You are Burna Boy. That is who you are. You call yourself boy. Tupac would never refer to himself as boy. Okay? No real self-respecting foundational Black American man or woman would ever do that. And now listen to the way that this article tries to compare him. This is the apparatus we talk about, family. Watch this. They say, although Burna, now they're calling him Burna, right? Although Burna hasn't talked about it much recently, he's been a proponent of One Africa movement, Pan-Africanism, and he refused to perform at South Africa for political reasons in 2020. That makes you Tupac now? So that was what made him Tupac. Bullshit. Meanwhile, like Tupac, he's been outspoken about authoritative abuses. Oh my God. So he said something about police brutality, and that makes him Tupac. Police. Best embodied in his video for Monsters You Made, the two artists shared Pan-Africanist views. All right? Pan-Africanist views and are likely what promoted Cole to make the comparison, although they are similar culturally impact and popularity as well. I see you in the chat. Good point. Tupac never fled. Pac was not a fleer. Pac was not a hopper, skipper, or jumper. Tupac was what foundational Black Americans are and what foundational Black Americans have always done. Stand on 10 and handle business. So miss me with the Tupac comparison. Not at all. Not at all. That is what we're talking about. So you see this article trying to compare this man to Tupac Shakur. Straight up and down. They have no shame, y'all. They ain't got no shame. They'll do whatever they can, however they do it. What we say, freeloaders looking for a free meal. This is what you get when you start dealing with people like Burna Boy. But see, the thing about Burna Boy, remember, about a year ago, that same foundational Black American lineage that Tupac was from, do y'all remember about a year ago when Burna Boy came out and he said, we ain't got no culture? He pulled that same, y'all ain't got no culture shit that everybody runs on us and everybody tries to hustle us with. This is what you saw when you're speaking about Burna Boy. Burna Boy pulled the same type of game of foundational Black Americans ain't got no culture. And then when it got hot for him and shit got real for him, what'd he do? He came out with the prepared statement and was like, well, I didn't really say it like this. And y'all just picking on me because I got an accent. Didn't I say they always resort to playing victim, family? That's exactly what he did. He went back to playing victim. This is your typical fleer, hopper, skipper, jumper. And this is exactly what you see when you start dealing with these people from all of these other communities. They are not here to stand on 10 with foundational Black Americans. They are only here to steal from foundational Black Americans. And when you get to the point where you understand that, you realize that, then you really, really genuinely know they do not see us as the same. Don't let any of these people come around us and try to tell us that we all one, we all family, we all friends, let's get along, because that's how it starts, and then it ends with them taking what belongs to us. And as a matter of fact, what they don't like about us, y'all, is all the things that they've been saying about us in secret, we've been putting on the forefront. We've been putting out all the clips of them disrespecting us. Let's go down the line. The same way we just played that guy talking about Black folks can't come here and we all get along in LA, we know the real facts. The same way Fat Joe says we all grew up together, we know the real facts. The same way Burner Boy comes out and says, well, we all friends and y'all just hating on me because I got an accent. Yeah, he said that. So when we start peeling back all the receipts and putting them on the table and we start seeing who's really about that life and who really ain't about that life, all we simply got to do is go tap into their community. Y'all want some receipts? Y'all want to go roast? Y'all want to represent real foundational Black Americans? Y'all want to represent the lineage, culture, and the heritage? Y'all want to put that FBA so on the line and dismiss anybody who says anything about foundationals? Then let's go ahead and let's do that, family. Let's hear how these people really feel. So when we say tethers of color, understand it takes somebody to have fake unity to get next to us. When they don't have fake unity, they ain't got nothing. So once we get rid of all that fakeness and we call it all out, they ain't got nowhere to go. They ain't got nowhere to go. We send their asses back to the boat that they came through, and we send their ass back on the fence that they jumped over. Watch this, family. This is how these people really be feeling about foundational Black Americans. They don't see us as the same, and they don't like when we say it, but we gonna keep on saying it. Listen to this.
As soon as they found out that I wasn't Ethiopian, and in fact I'm like quote unquote regular Black, like this whole like disgust. You know what I mean? Like, you have no culture. You're not one of us, you know? And it was off-putting because you're like,
there goes that no culture stuff again. There goes that no culture stuff. It always goes back to we ain't got no culture. That's their go-to fallback line. They always hit that. Notice this lady said, when they found out that she was not Ethiopian and they found out that she was regular Black, which basically means she's FBA or she's over here, then all of a sudden the spite, jealousy, and the envy came in. Is this the people who are the next Tupac? Is this the people, can't we all get along? The next Michael Jackson, the next Prince, the next Whitney Houston, because they're always trying to next us. It's never a foundational Black American that they're saying is going to be the next foundational Black American. It's always somebody who is not from the lineage. But we call it out and we put it on the table. And this generation, we're seeing how people really feel about us. Fuck the words, fuck the statements, fuck the myths, all the lies. Now we're saying, we know what y'all been saying about us, but guess what? This time, we're going to put it up loud and clear for the whole world to hear. And that's why they mad. More receipts.
1 minute ago, we was cool, you know? Like 1 minute ago, I look like you, I talk like you, you think I'm like you. So I'm thinking this is where we connect because I've been searching for this brotherhood and sisterhood and unity one to another as an African. Then I...
Stop. Ho. Yeah, we cooking, baby. Let's go. She said, we've been searching for that brotherhood, sisterhood, and that commonality as people. That is what foundational Black Americans have been doing since day one. We literally had a 500-year extension of our hand trying to reach people to shake our hand back, and they never did it. We were in every single one-sided group you could imagine. That right there is scam Africanism. We were trying to be friendly. We were trying to be unified. We were trying to reach out. And the only thing we got in return is Tethers of Color, who said, I have no business trying to be cool with y'all. I would prefer to steal from y'all. It's the difference between being cool with me and trying to steal from me. So when she says that she encountered someone dismissing her claims to be friendly, that's what we've all been witnessing. But the only difference is this generation, we got receipts.
I meet Africans that I actually look like, and they're like, you're beans, you know. It's
damn. They basically told her, you ain't one of us, goodbye. But guess what? That's what they've been saying. And they always got to send out these little people to come out and say the opposite. Understand, you're always going to have somebody who says, we are all the same, brother. And then you're going to have someone else who says, we are not the same, brother. And then they go back and forth and back. And they do this all the time. This is what we've been seeing with this whole movement. And they don't like it. It's got to get to the point where if you are not going to call out the other people in your community, then I got to view you as an op. And that's what we've been doing. Y'all notice that they don't never clean that stuff up? They got all these people from their community who talk real reckless to us. Real reckless. And no one ever comes out and says, hey, man, knock that off. Tell me the time y'all seen anybody come out and say, y'all have to stop talking like that about FBA. It never happens. You never see that. And this is what we calling out. You don't never see nobody come out and say, hey, y'all got to stop talking about FBA. If we are really, genuinely, your brother and sister, because they throw around the term brother all damn day long. If we are genuinely your brother or your sister, you wouldn't let nobody talk reckless about us. You wouldn't let nobody talk reckless about us. Not near one of them has ever come out and said, knock it off. Quit talking about FBA that way. They don't do that. That is just not what they do, family. So at the end of the day, the very fact that they don't regulate their off code, that lets us know that that's how they feel about us. That is the way the game has been moving. Proceed. We got more receipts. Listen to the way they talk about us. Oh, family, I'm going to tell you right now, if we drop receipts before in the past, you're going to love them today because I got about 1 million receipts. And at the end of the day, it's going to show that the majority of these people have anti-foundational Black American sentiments, and these people would rather steal from us than rock with us. They do not come over here to fight supremacy. They come over here so they can assimilate to supremacy, and they will throw us under the bus in the process. These are your typical fleers of color and tethers of color, and neither one of them rock with foundational Black Americans. Y'all watch this right here. It's going to prove it all day. Listen to what they say about FBA, and it sounds like it's coming straight out of the Klan.
Coming on to say, oh, that they are Africans and not African America. And I noticed that this trend was mostly by young Africans.
I don't understand why African Americans would get on this app and be like, I don't understand why African people hate us so much. We don't do nothing to them. We live rent-free in their minds and stuff. And yet still in their video, they're saying the most hypocritical, fucked up shit ever. Like, if you want your answer as to why Africans don't like African Americans, just re-listen to your video like one time and you will find your answer.
It's more than childhood, middle school experiences of being called African booty scratchers. Even today, at the grown age I am, 22, people ask me if I live in a hut.
Look at her hair, y'all. Look at her hair. Look at that woman's hair. And that woman got the nerve to sit there and talk about us when she's trying to look like Karen's Bopsy twin. She's over here throwing smoke at foundational Black Americans, and she got her hair straighter than a ruler. Who are you trying to look like? Who are you affiliated with? Who do you want to be like? Who do you want to be friends with? Who you trying to date? You look like you want Zaddy, and you want probably Karen as well. You want Zaddy and Karen at the same damn time. Look at the way she's dressed, but yet she's talking about us. That right there, family, is somebody who is clearly warped with the supremacist mentality and trying to put that back on us. This is what we're saying. And notice she said this has more to do with just y'all calling us African booty scratcher and all that kind of stuff. And then she says, even today at 22 years old, man, get out of here with that. Brothers and sisters ain't worrying about y'all. Foundational Black Americans do not wake up every day and say, let's go worry about a tether. No, we don't. That is a Zaddy chaser, a Zaddy lover, and she's upset because she feels that foundational Black Americans being prideful hurts her and her quest to get a date. Because, family, that's what it's all about. They don't like when we are so strong and powerful because they feel that our strength threatens their chances of getting laid down at night by daddy. That's what it's all about. Let me say that one more time. FBA power and strength fucks up her chance to get a date. What she don't realize is that she ain't gonna get a date in the first goddamn place. But when they see us and they say, why are y'all other Black folks loving your lineage so damn much? Why are y'all so strong? Why are y'all so excellent? Why can't y'all just be quiet, hush, hush? Because every time y'all turn up, Zaddy turns me down, and they hate it.
If I have clean water, if I swing from trees, if I hunt lions, I have been made fun of my accent, my parents' accent, my cultural food, my cultural attire. Like
she said, my accent. Girl, you sound like Taylor Swift. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, family. I did it again. 3 weeks in a row. Somebody screenshot that to me. Them eyes is bucking. Damn, I always be doing it. Damn, I got the best screenshots. Somebody, please, in the chat right now, DM this to me, please, right now. Look at them eyes bucking. Look at them eyes. But at the top it says, look at my big age. Look at them big eyes. She bucking. She doing the tether buck. She tether bucking, y'all. Please send that to my DM right now. Yes. Damn, that's 3 weeks in a row. We got the Kamala and Willie Brown with the lips puckering, okay? We had Joe Biden with all them things popping out of him, all them fucking spirits and shit, okay? And now we got the tether buck. She bucking them damn eyes. She looked like she done seen a whole plate of butter biscuits. No. She seen some butter biscuits sprinkled in jollof. That's what she got. She seen a whole thing of jollof mixed with the mashed potatoes from Zaddy. She seen Karen's wig collection. She done seen it all. Look at her. Goddamn. We on one and it don't stop bucking on the daily. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Divester eyes. She got them goddamn divester eyes. That's what it is. Y'all send that to me. And we're going to put that up on the big screen. Divester eyes right there and they bucking.
At my big age, grown people. So it's not just something that happened in middle school.
Now, let's talk about my experience, shall we? I will wake up every single day. And I'm going to walk in a classroom or anything, and I'm still going to see African Americans tell me, why does it smell in here? It stink right on top of my head. Before, y'all made sure everybody knew you weren't African. Doesn't matter if everybody was black. No, y'all made sure we knew. But now that Africans are distinguishing themselves.
Whoa, stop. Y'all heard what she just said? She said, and now that Africans are distinguishing themselves, okay? Doesn't that sound exactly what we talk about delineating and separating? Isn't it funny when we start talking about us delineating, us being in our own space, everybody plays victim and they do that same old FBA, y'all mean and y'all bad. She just said right now, the very fact that Africans are distinguishing themselves, basically like it's a bad thing, right? Like we're going to be like, please don't Miss Divester, Mrs. Mutombo, stay here. Bye. As a matter of fact, there ain't no bye because you was never standing next to us. So what you really distinguishing yourself from? The only thing you ever distinguish yourself from is your homeland. There's a big difference. Quit talking about you distinguish yourself from foundational Black Americans. You distinguish yourself from your own homeland is what you done distinguish yourself from. You ain't never distinguished yourself from us because you ain't never been connected with us. So it's a good thing. Peace out. See you later. Because at the end of the day, foundational Black Americans, we've been on this time. FBA, we've been working this game. When it comes to us separating, delineating, and staying in our own lane, we created stay in your own lane. The very term stay in your own lane comes from us. So if you believe that you're getting over on us or you one-upping us, you better think again, Mrs. Mutombo. Foundational Black Americans, we are on game, on point, and on code. And that requires us being in our homeland, and it requires you fleeing your homeland. That part.
It's a problem.
Okay, so I do want to talk about this African American and diaspora war. African Americans made money off of stereotyping Black immigrants. I mean, if you look at any like 90s comedy or any like movie where they're displaying Black immigrants, we were not shown in like
wait a minute. She's talking about movies that were made. She's talking about movies. Do you know who was depicting you bad in those movies? The dominant society was. The same way that they depict you bad in all of those Feed Africa commercials. Notice how they always take what the dominant society does to them, and then they try to put it on foundational Black Americans. That's always been the damn play. You can have somebody from the dominant society, I don't know, go into a salon in Atlanta and create all types of, criminalities and harm all these people. And then eventually you're going to try to get a bill passed and blame Black Americans for it. You can have the dominant society tell you to leave and go back to your homeland, and then you're going to turn around and blame foundational Black Americans for it. These people get knocked down by the dominant society, get up, and then point their finger at us. The tether game is played. It's over. It is done. If they don't understand it, let me put it in their shit. It's finito, okay? It is done with. You cannot run that tether game on us no more. So if you believe that you're going to blame foundational Black Americans for everything the dominant society does to you, that's between y'all. Because we over here doing what we did in the beginning, staying in our own lane, Mrs. Mutombo with the green scalp. And the same goes for the chick with the divester face and the damn tether eyes bucking.
like in a good light. Our culture, our clothes, our accents were being made fun of and being ridiculed.
Y'all did not like us for no other reason but the simple fact that we were African. Y'all cannot tell us one thing that we did to y'all. Our parents was talking about you because they were
one thing. Whoa, did y'all hear that? Ho, 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 ho. We can't say one thing that they did to us. Ho, ho. Let's see if she said that right. Because, I like to get things, correct over here. I like to make sure the facts is like real. I don't want to just say nothing. I want to double check that and make sure that she said we can't name one thing that they did to us.
Reason but the simple fact that we were African. Y'all cannot tell us one thing that we did to y'all. Our parents was talking about.
I'll tell you one thing that you never did. You never came and assisted us. You never held us down. You ain't gave us a penny. You ain't sent back a sailboat. You ain't lifted a fingernail. You ain't twisted a doorknob for foundational Black Americans. You see how there she's trying to make it look like there's been a one-sided relationship and we've been the ones taking? They're trying to tell us that we're the take. We have been the ones oppressing them. I'm telling y'all, Tethers think that we are the oppressor. Tethers think that we are the thieves. They think that we're the Tethers. What have we stole or taken from you? Because everything the foundational Black Americans have received, we did it by what? We did it by our goddamn self. So the very fact that somebody tries to tell us, what have we ever did to deserve mistreatments from y'all FBAs is bad. All this is, family, is what I've always said. I remember talking to our brother Tariq Nasheed one time, and I remember calling in, and I remember telling Tariq, all these people do is have tether, temper, tantrums. That is it, the 3 T's, a tether, temper, tantrum. And the only reason they having that tether, temper, tantrum is because they cannot get the date with Zaddy, they cannot get the date with Karen, and foundational Black Americans exhibit an excellence that they don't have on their homeland. This is the I fled from my homeland blues, and all they do is lose. One more time.
Because they were also getting bullied at their big ages by y'all big age mothers and fathers. So yes, they did not like y'all, and we had every.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. She said, hold on. She said big age. What is that a thing over there? My big age? I never heard that one. That's the second time I heard him say that. At my big age. So she said, we bully them, and our mama and daddies was bullying their mama and daddies. Man, get out of here. So basically, she's trying to tell us that foundational Black Americans are the dominant society, and we just are these oppressive people. And we just been bullying them. I bullied them. My mama did. My grandmama did. Down the line. That's what they're trying to tell us. Okay. So at the end of the day, tether, temper, tantrum. And she is upset that Zaddy ain't knocking on that door and he ain't ringing that goddamn phone. And she faces deportation if she gets out of line. This is what happens when you can be deported, kicked out. This is what happens when you can be deported, thrown out. And this is what happens when you're non-deportable, FBA. The non-deportable always win, and the deportable always have meltdowns.
What's talking about? Because they were also getting bullied at their big ages by y'all big age mothers and fathers. So yes, they did not like y'all, and we had every reason to not like y'all. The whole acting like y'all are innocent, y'all don't do nothing, we just be talking about y'all for no reason. No, we are just now at a better position to be able to talk about y'all.
They're at a better position. That lady said they at a better position. Listen what she said, fam. She said, we are at a better position to talk about y'all. That's what she said. They are at a better position. So she said that they have the right to talk about foundational Black Americans. It's all good. They can say whatever they want to say about foundational Black Americans because they got the right to do so. This is what we're speaking on, y'all. This is what we're talking about. That right there is your typical tether of color. We said that we was going to frame the tethers of color. We did, and we are. We said that we was going to break them down. We was going to highlight it. We was going to put receipts on the table. We are. We did. We will continue. And this is the type of game that they could not stand. So she said, according to them, she said they will continue to talk about us because they're in such a great position to do so. They are just thriving in the community. They're thriving in society. They can talk about foundational Black Americans all they want because we are the bad guys, and our grandparents and great-great-grandparents have just been waking up every morning for 400 years. We haven't been waking up building the country. No. We haven't been waking up fighting in these streets and putting in work that allowed her people to even come over here. No, we ain't been doing none of that. No, we ain't been fighting, striving, and making things happen. No. We've been waking up every day and saying, let's go pick on them. And my mama did, and my mama did, and my mama's mama. This is what's been going on, right? This is the delusion that's going on in their minds, family. And when you want to hate on foundational Black Americans, you will find a way. But it all goes back to jealousy. When we say that these people are jealous, When we say that they take things that they do and try to put it on us, this is what happens. So when we say that they are the mascots of supremacy, we say that they mimic and they duplicate the dominant society. Voila. They mimic and they duplicate the dominant society, and they do it time and time again and again and again. So they're really upset right now. Let me give some real certified translation. All that big mad or big age or whatever the fuck they kept saying, all that simple talk. Okay, let's give some real translation, okay? This is from the Black Alpha Network. What she's really saying is that I failed. My grandmother failed. My great-great-grandmother failed. My grandfather, they all failed. Mr. Jolov, Mr. Fufu, and Mr. Mutombo, they all failed. We wish that we were foundational Black Americans. We exhibit tribalism that we cannot shake. The dominant society comes over to our homeland and just takes whatever they want. So do people from other communities. We got about 5 different colonizers over there right now, whooping us up and down the street, sideways, left and right. And we look at y'all foundational Black Americans, and you guys are the face of Blackness all over the world, to the point that we have to come to your house. Y'all don't have to come to our house. We got to go to your house. So therefore, that makes them jealous. That makes them upset. And that puts them on TikTok getting mad. I told y'all about them TikTok ops, and I told y'all about them TikTok tethers. They're everywhere to be found. And if you watch and you look and you observe, you see how they really feel about foundational Black Americans. And they're upset that we put receipts on the table and we're broadcasting it to thousands of people. So the brothers and sisters, now we know that when it comes to Pan-Africanism, it never existed. Y'all know this video right here. Check this out, family. This right here, salute to our brother. This right here tells everybody why people hate foundational Black Americans and why they will continue.
And them damn Africans can say the fuck you want. We were the pinnacle that all the other African nations followed.
You mean African American?
The Africans in America. We are the most unique brand of Negro there is. And no matter how
One more time. It's so good. We got to hear twice. We are the pinnacle that every single Black person follows. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and foundational Black Americans been wearing the crown for 600 motherfucking years.
that all the other African nations followed.
You mean African American?
The Africans in America. We are the most unique brand of Negro there is. And no matter how much they claim that we are savages and inferior that the white man put in their head, they follow us. And they follow.
Let's break that down, family. I'm not sure if anybody ever broke that down before. Listen to what he said. No matter how much they try to tell the world that we savages and all of that, they follow it. That the W put in their head. The W, with all those tethers that we just talked about, they were all mimicking W culture. They were literally having straight hair talking about FBA. They were saying that we're bullies. They're saying that we're angry. And listen to our brother right here. He's saying no matter what the dominant society put in their head, they are hating and they're jealous of us. That is exactly what we all saying. So family, when you take a master teacher, you take brothers and sisters, certified Black society, and we're all saying the same exact thing, that means we all on the same code. And y'all know what happened when we get on the same code. Tethers have meltdowns and foundational Black Americans continue to break it down.
White man put in their head, they follow us. And they follow us, and we are unique because we have gone through a process that makes us like nobody else. You see what I'm saying? We are unlike anybody else. We are even unlike the Caribbeans. They still have a connection to Africa. You see it even in the talk and even in the everything about them. Still have African overtones to it because they was in a tropical land. We are the only people that have been made new. And whether you like it or not, we have produced the most innovative inventions, genius, and intellectual ability that's unmatched. You figure they talk about a Diop, well, hell, got a damn Diop on every fucking corner.
Woo!
Now, I'm not taking up from the African, and I'm not taking up from the people of the diaspora. But what I'm trying to say is, we have been at the forefront of running this stuff. That's just history. Because there's something in us in a transformation that we have gone through. No matter how damn degenerated we might look today walking around the ghettos or whatever. There's something in us.
Family, 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 family. Listen to what he said. There's something in us, something different. We move different, we walk different, we talk different. We are the face. We are against all odds. Dude was talking about Burna Boy being Tupac. Fuck him. Let me give the real talk. Tupac said it best. Rose that grew from concrete. We are the whole rose garden. Against all odds. We ain't even supposed to be here right now. But not only are we here, we thrive. They gave us lemons, we make lemonade. And this is where it all boils down to. Black Alpha, I'm going to say something that don't nobody really want to go there and say. It's all about they wish that they were foundational Black Americans, and they jealous of hell because they know that we did something they couldn't do in their wildest goddamn dreams. That's what it is. Yes, we are all on a different channel. We're all on a different page, and foundational Black Americans have made that possible. Speaking of made that possible, family, we got 600 people in here. Smash that like button and share this video right now. I appreciate everybody. I love you guys with a passion. I do this for everybody, and I rock with the family, man. So much love and respect. Please smash that like button. We haven't had 600 people in here before. We broke 5 last week, man, and we building, we working, we shining, we grinding. This is what happens when you put foundational Black Americans in the same place. I appreciate everybody who rolled for me when they was hating on me last week. But that's one thing about FBA. That's what we do. We stick together. When I was down in Jacksonville covering that mass assault that happened on our brothers and sisters, I appreciate everybody that was, DMing me, people that were writing me, calling me, saying, hey, bro, where you at, man? I'll pay all your expenses. There's so much love. And I was literally just telling my mama, I said, that changed me for life, because it's one thing to feel the love, and it's another thing to really absorb the love, and I absorb it. So thank you guys very much. Please make sure you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network as we proceed. Make sure you guys like and smash that button. And then also make sure you share this video all the way around the world, because when we get in the same place and we get on the same time, we change everything. Much love. I salute y'all. Back to the roast like we do. Now, we are people who genuinely hold things down. We definitely. Hold on. Queen Alpha, get Looney Coons out of here. Get Looney Coons out of here. You can go split. I know your Jollof is cooling off, so go and get up out of here. Get him on out of here. Check him out. Nah. He said Tupac was something. No. Your mama probably was on her knees for Tupac. That's what it is. Okay, you still got a vendetta against Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Because Tupac did your mama wrong, but it's okay, man. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You'll make it. You'll make it, brother. You'll make it. Going back to your homeland. This FBA, you ain't welcome. Yes, indeed. 600 live, man. 600 live. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate everybody. And what do I see right there? Let me see. Hold on. Y'all know Black Alpha Network. We will stop the show in the middle. We will stop in the middle of the show to represent the family, man. Peace and blessings. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. I do, on everything, man. I was telling somebody not too long ago, man. So I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream. This is all a dream of mine. I was meant to be here, but like I said, I wouldn't want to be here without everybody, man, without you guys. So much love and respect. Salute to you, my sister Angelic. You already know. Much love always, my sister. Always. I appreciate you. Somebody just told me that let me see. I didn't know. Let me see something. I got to see something real quick, y'all. Okay. I apologize, man. Y'all know how we do. We will stop the show to represent the family, man. If I can't stop for the family, it is what it is. Wow, I didn't even know it. I appreciate you. You told me I hit 6,000, man. I appreciate that. You just told me, man. I didn't even know it, y'all. I appreciate that. Much love and respect. Hold on, we gotta get these trolls up out of here. They don't deserve to be in the same place with us. You need to go brush your thanks, Queen. I'll forget them out of here. Go brush your teeth when you talk to us, homeboy. Go brush your teeth, homie. And it's all good on this side. Once again, do they not prove our point, family? Do they not prove our point when we sit here and we say that they come around our spaces? We don't go to their spaces. I'm glad that a tether or a troll popped up, because it only shows and hammers home the point again that they have to come where we are. We don't go where they are. Foundational Black Americans, we never pop up in one of their spaces and call in. We don't ever go to their reparations hearings and have our own. We don't go to their Jollof festivals or their foo-foo dances. We don't go to none of that. We too busy being ourselves. And that's the thing about us, y'all. We are too busy being ourselves. Being a foundational Black American is live. It is live. It is wonderful. It is amazing. I feel sorry for anybody who has never experienced being an FBA. I'm telling you, it is once in a lifetime. What I always say, being born a foundational Black American is like being born on a championship team. It really genuinely is. You got to understand, family, there's 7 billion people on the earth, and it's less than 1% of us that have the great pleasure and honor to be a part of this lineage. And then for all of us, we are a part of this lineage in this generation. So it is very, very, very powerful, very, very strong. And we have been chosen and selected to not only hold down our ancestors, but like our good brother, Dr. Kabahai Walter Kamenei told me personally, he said, we pay back, we pay forward. So salute to our brothers, salute to everybody. Can't nobody rock like us. We do it better than everybody. And foundational Black Americans in this generation, no matter where you are. Salute to Chi-Town. I see you. Salute to all of us, man. We move and everybody moves their ass right on out the way because that's the way we operate. Now, as we was breaking it down and we're talking about people that try to get in on our culture, we're not done with Busta Without the Rhymes. I want y'all to notice how he sits here and he says, we don't have a culture. But yet in a minute, I'm going to play a clip of a whole gang of people telling us that they love our culture. So how can all these people say that foundational Black Americans don't have a culture, but at the end of the day, they all duplicate foundational Black American culture? So basically, you talk like us, you walk like us, you speak like us, but yet you hate on us in the process. Check it out.
Yes, tropical people, but even here in the United States, where the multicultural, because the U.S. ain't got no culture. They shit is all our shit. A bunch of our shit is what makes the U.S. whatever you want to call it. We still don't know what that culture is for the U.S., but it's a mix-up of all of our cultures in the urban community. You know, the Latino and the West Indian has the greatest influence, and we've always had, and we'll always will, and it's just been that way. So I've actually been influenced by the Latino community, which allows me to feel that much more comfortable putting my West Indian influence in my music, because they made me feel that much more proud to be like, there's tropical people, but even here in the United States, where the multicultural, because the U.S. ain't got no culture.
Stop. Notice when he says the U.S. has no culture, he's really hating on us. That's what he's really doing, okay? He wouldn't dare say that about the dominant society. We know that. Whenever they talk about us, family, they always talk in these like little backdoor ways. They understand, okay? So when he says the U.S. has no culture, he's really trying to say that foundational Black Americans don't have a culture. In reality, we are the culture. Everything we do is for the culture. How we move, how we talk, how we represent. And y'all right, he got his name from a foundational Black American. They know goddamn well, not only do we have a culture, they also know goddamn well that we are the culture, we created the culture, and everything about this country is because of us. Jealousy is a powerful, powerful thing, y'all. And these people are very, very jealous of what we have created and what we continue to create. He wishes that he could say those things about his community. He wishes he could. He wishes he could wake up right now and say how his community created all these great things and his community has done so many wonderful things to impact the world, that they had the influence. He wishes he could say that. But when he realizes that he can't say that, what do, y'all? They go get on TikTok and then they start hating. This is what they do. So when you start seeing people like Busta Without the Rhymes, or I like how somebody put it in the chat, Bussy Rhymes, this is what you always see. Bussy Rhymes gonna bussy. That's what he gonna do. He gonna talk that bussy talk, because he can't talk exceptionalism. Now, you had to ride foundational Black Americans your whole career. But now, all of a sudden, you want to say how foundational Black Americans have stole or taken, or we have no culture. In reality, what it is, we have a culture that you've been looking up to your whole life, and you're just mad that your curry chicken cannot provide it for you. So Busta Without the Rhymes, he's going to go down in history as a footnote. No one's going to remember him because he's trying to go against the powerful lineage. Nobody's ever came against foundational Black Americans, hated on foundational Black Americans, and really ever got their shit off the ground. We are the ones who control everything, and we are the ones who will continue to control everything. And when we talk about controlling everything, family, if we ain't got no culture and we ain't got things in order, how come they're all out here now trying to tell us come home? Y'all remember, it used to be, y'all Akatas stay home. Now it's y'all brothers come home. So it went from stay home to come home. Y'all not one of us to y'all us now. So all these people all of a sudden are trying to tell foundational Black Americans how we need to get together, how we need to come back. 1 minute is y'all mean, y'all bad, y'all steal from us, y'all hate on us, your grandparents hated on us, your granny did, your grandpa did. And then the next minute is come home, brother. So it went from stay home, Akata, to come home, brother. Why is that, family? How come it flip-flopped? How come it changed? How come everything went in a whole different direction? I'm going to tell you what it is. Reparations. Reparations has changed the game. We're going to have to look at this stuff, family, is before reparations and after reparations. See, we got reparations popping. Let's make this crystal clear. The term reparations is for foundational Black Americans. We got that term popping. We got that term off the ground. And that's why they having fake reparations summits, fake reparations marches. Everyone saying they deserve reparations. I seen the Starburst, the Skittles bag, the Fruit by the Foot, and the Fruit Roll-Up community all saying that they deserve reparations. I done seen the fajita. I done seen the damn Dorito. I done seen the Funyun community say that they deserve reparations. How come everybody now believes that they deserve reparations? I'm going to tell you why. Because the same way we influence the culture with our music, the same way we influence the culture politically and socially is the same way we influence the culture economically with reparations. We bring the soul to the United States of America. If there's no us, there ain't no soul. We invented soul. So now, when it comes to reparations, we done took that, put it the FBA flag right here, and then we got the reparations flag right here, and we standing in the middle of it saying, cut that check. So what are they doing, family? Now all of the stay-home Makatas, now all of a sudden they're saying, come home, brother. Watch this, receipts. Smash that like button. Let's get it. I got a whole gang of receipts right here, family, and you're going to see people telling us to come home left and right. And I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to ask y'all, will y'all come home if they ask you?
Black Americans, you have to.
Let's proceed. Yes, indeed. Listen to the first come home plead. Listen to the first come home brother. Come home sister. Listen to how they begging us to come home now, family. And we continue.
Taught that Africans, we are savages. We are not. We are cultured. We are educated. We are knowledgeable. Unfortunately, we are poor on the surface. But beneath us, we have everything the whole world needs. They tell you this to try to stop you from coming back to motherland because you are the very, very backbone that builds their economy. If you were to relocate back to Africa, you would disable them as a continent. Africa is the only place you would never be racially discriminated against. Africa is the only place where you will never have to fear if you will die the next day or not.
Oh, stop. Mrs. Fufu, if you don't quit lying through your tether ass teeth. She said Africa is the only place where you will not be racially discriminated against. When they got the colonizer over there right now, discriminating on them by every type of goddamn way. Not to mention that they got a whole system based on colorism where this shade don't like this shade, all black. But the light, the dark, the in-between, the midnight, the middle of the day, they hate on each other across the board. This village don't like this village. You don't like the person down the left side of the jungle. He don't like the person down the right side of the water well on the other end of the desert. Every single way you can possibly hate another person. Africans do it. How do you know that? Because that's why they're in the position that they're in. So for Mrs. Fufu to sit here and tell foundationals Africa is the only place where you will never be discriminated against, that's what we call right here in the United States of America a bold-faced lie. More.
Not. Black Americans, you are us. We care about you. We need you as much as you need us. Your color tells you who you are and where you belong. Stop forcing yourself to fit in places you'll never fit.
Stop. She said your color tells you who you are. Now they trying to lecture us on color. We was the ones out there telling them that we black and we proud. Ain't the song Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud? That's foundational Black American. So now she's trying to tell us, well, your color tells you who you are. You need to know this. No, Miss Fufu. Miss Fufu. Fufu, stop it. You need to go tell that to everybody in your goddamn village. You need to tell that to people who sit back and see someone who's the colonizer show up and you treat him literally like he's Jesus. Stop playing with me, Miss Fufu. You're lying. And then she says, quit trying to fit into a place where you will never be accepted. Sister, we created this place. I don't have to fit in to the United States of America. The United States of America has to fit in with me because we are the architect and every architect builds the foundation. We put the foundational in Black America.
Yo, guys. I think all the Black Americans must come back to Africa to start new life in Africa, where they can live free life instead of them being killed or abused by these white police in state.
It's clear that a lot of times African Americans feel like they don't have the finances, they don't have the resources to travel to Africa. Even if you have a little money, you just save or do what you have to do to get some money to travel with.
They begging us. Listen what he said. Even if you have a little money, just save it. And you're right, brother. Brother Hurricane, you in line. He sound high as hell. Even if you have some money, just save it. He's pleading. He's telling us, please come home. This is what all this is, family. This is the post-reparations world. This is what happens when we demand reparations. Out of nowhere, you start hearing this talk. They are begging us. Come back to Africa and bring your money. If we did not have reparations, they would not be saying this. If we were not fighting, if we did not build the economics that we have created, which brought all the wealth to this country, they would not be saying this. It'd be that same old stay home Makata that they was telling us for 400 years. How the hell do you say stay home Makata for 400 years and on the 400 year and first day, then all of a sudden it's come home, brother? They are begging. This is a tether plea to get foundationals to go back over there and to build their homeland because they can't do it themselves.
There are always all kinds of travel deals. And if you can't go this year, then prepare to go the next 2, 3, whatever years to go. Put that little money aside and just stop saying, I wish, I will never. You must hold a positive attitude that you will do it, and because it can be done, and then pray to God for what you want.
Stop, family. Notice how he tried to throw in the guy. That guy sound like a pastor. That's your, didn't I say it? Didn't I say that with Dr. Kubar Vasquez? I said they turn into Pan-African preachers. He said, save your money if you got the money. If you ain't got the money, save it for 3 weeks. Get you a travel agent and a travel package. Have a positive thought. Pray to the goddamn sky. Get on your knees. Do everything you can do to get over here. He didn't say that for our well-being. He said that for their well-being because they need us. That's basically the translation. We need y'all FBA fast. But notice how at the end he said, hold the positive thoughts and maybe even God will do it for you. So this man is basically throwing around the collection plate. That's the collection plate, family. He's passing that collection plate around, and they're trying to fill it up with foundational Black American reparations money. We don't have to go home. We are home. And there's a difference between a freedman and a fleer. We build, they steal, they run, we get it done. They flee, we keep it G. Now listen to Mr. Village Man. He really gonna go there. Y'all turn this up and enjoy.
Have to know the Black you are Africans, and you are in your Muslim Tuba, because Tuba he means the woods in the middle of the paradise. And now the future is for the Black, because the Black we are suffer hard, but right now God give him the power, and everything's gonna come in Africa.
Yes.
Tell your friend Black in America to have to come from the Muslim land.
Yes.
We are welcome. We are brothers. We are friends.
Hey, before I go any further, in the chat, did he win y'all over yet? Did he convince y'all? Is the Village Man convincing y'all? Do y'all want to go pack y'all stuff? Please, I just want to know, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm being ultra petty right now, and my petty is on like 1 billion. So I just really want to ask the family right now, did this convince you? Did the Village Man who's wearing the damn robe, the blanket, that got stains, this motherfucker got all types of stains on it. Did he convince y'all? Did the Fleedman make y'all really want to pack y'all stuff up and go? Because I'm hearing him and he's like really giving it to us. He's like, come home to the motherland. He's here and the sun and the stars and the moon, we're aligned and it's making us all get together. The oxtails are in the air. That's what I'm hearing, family. So I got to ask y'all now, did he convince you yet? Then Mr. Jolov, Fufu, Matumbo in the village, who's wearing the dirty rug. Did he convince y'all to run yet? No? All right, I thought it was a no. I just had a hunch that Foundation of Black Americans wasn't really going to go for that. So he's trying to sell us that Wakanda packet, and this motherfucker living in Kondawa because that shit ain't no paradise. Babble.
Yes. You understand? Yes. And I do that. I talk this for you because you are a brother of mine.
Yes, you are my brother. Yes.
Come in your country.
Yes.
You are from here.
Yes, we are.
United States. Okay, it was very bad city.
Yes.
He said America, he said the United States is a very bad city. And I'm family, just that right there, I can smell the must coming through my goddamn computer. It's just popping out. It's knocking me over. My damn fitted hat done flew off and shit. I had to get up and go get it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here goddamn leaned back because I got to cover my face because the must is just all over the goddamn place. I'm talking about oxtails, fufu, every goddamn thing, fam. So this man is going full goddamn tether mode, village mode, Matumbo mode, and he will not stop.
Yes.
In the hard time, they catch to take the blacks to bring him there.
Yes.
But right now, God give him victory.
Yes.
And the victory is Sheikh Ahmed Bamba.
Yes.
So I all have to know Sheikh Ahmed Bamba. Did a deficit in Tuba.
Yes. Yes, brother. I received that. I received that. Thank you. Thank you. So everyone and all my brothers in America, take heed. Yeah. Africa is your home.
Yeah.
And they want us to come back home and help build.
Right.
Yes.
They tell them to come.
Yes, we will. We're coming.
Together.
We're coming.
Family, now this is the best part. I've been waiting on this. Oh, I've been waiting on this, y'all. Oh, I've been waiting. Oh, yeah, I'm in whole certified mode right now, fam. Not only did we see Mrs. Fufu, Mrs. Mutombo, not only did we see the village man, the village people, okay? Do you know that there is a damn Uber driver in Africa telling us to go back to Africa as if we ain't got enough Uber drivers here, stealing our money, running up shit, cars smell like goddamn spoiled fucking milk, 100 days old. You can literally smell the shit from down the block and around the corner. Yes, we have plenty Uber drivers who fled here. But now you're going to have an Uber driver from over there telling us to come home. And these people in the back of the car who were about to ask him the question, they literally said, tell them to come home, brother. And they found them a damn African Uber driver in Africa telling Foundation of Black Americans, come home, brother. The shit don't stop, y'all.
Come back home, people. Tell people come back home. Yes.
Come back home, people.
Yes.
This is yours. This belongs to you. We love you as you are.
Yes.
No matter what, we love you.
Yes.
This is your own country. Come back home.
Come back home.
Eat this rich food.
Right.
We have rich atmosphere here.
Resources.
We are loving people, resources.
Yeah.
Love you. You can do everything. Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone. We are urging you to
so
come
good.
back home.
They all treat me so good since I've been here.
We love you.
What the hell was that? Did y'all hear that? Beep, 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 beep. Did he Roland Martin? Hold on. Hold on. Listen.
Do everything. Yeah.
Everyone.
We are urging you to come back home.
They all treat me so good since I've been here.
We love you. This is your own land.
Wait a minute. Hey, listen. Hey, how he starts to beep, 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 beep. We love you. Listen to the lady in the back. She starts laughing. Listen. You got to listen carefully. He goes, beep, 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 beep. Love you. And she starts laughing at his ass. This is what you talking about. They done got us a musty-ass Uber driver in Africa telling us to come home. And they wasting all of their goddamn time because we already are home. Mr. Musty Mutombo.
We love you. This is your own land. Motherland,
Motherland, yeah.
Don't take yourself for granted. This is your root. Right. Come back home and rest.
Yeah.
Come back home and rest. Damn. Spoken straight from Mr. Mutombo. Told us to go home. We need to go back to the motherland. He got a musty-ass Uber that he can offer all of us. He said he will get us some free fees. He'll charge us, just a few extra dollars if we really want to come. This is what you're going to get when you go back home. You're going to get a musty ass goddamn Uber ride as if we ain't got enough of them right here. I'll be damned. That's what we talk about, family. So when we start speaking of the y'all ain't got no culture, y'all so bad, FBA is a hate group, FBAs is mean, y'all grandparents oppressed us, and then we turn around and we see things like that, that shows you everything that we've already spoken of, and it confirms the receipts that we already laid on the table, and that's all we do is put receipts on the table. I'll be damned. Man, I done seen some shit before in my life, but family, they done really pulled out all the stops with that one. They done really pulled out all the stops. But since this is the Black Alpha Network, that right there was the come home brother. Now, listen to the tether over here trying to tell us to get our stuff together and quit being mean. Listen to some of this right here, family. We got receipts for days. They don't stop. You already know. Look, first off, before I go there, family, look at this person. Is that real? Somebody, is that for real? Or is that like one of those like robot things? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like that's very strange right there. And you can look at that and already know you about to hear some zaddy chasing type stuff, right? You already know the zaddy talk about to come. You could already hear it. She looked like she is waiting on that phone to ring right now, waiting for it. This right here is somebody saying that basically black folks, and this, by the way, is a confirmed tether of color. This person is trying to say that foundational black Americans, we are the oppressor. Didn't we say, family, they always throw that stuff on us and they always blame us? You already know when that cricket wig come on and that wig is at a 45-degree angle, we already know what's going on. We already know what's going on, family. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is what it is. So listen to this and how this is just desperate. Like, this is extremely desperate. It's to the point that these tethered temper tantrums ain't nothing but comedy. All it does is serve the purpose for us to laugh because that's exactly what we're doing. Check it out.
Black racism has become completely acceptable in society. And it's crazy that people are walking around pretending that they don't see it, or that somehow being anti-white is not as bad as being anti-black. I'm tired of Black people walking around here acting like they're oppressed while simultaneously trying to be the oppressor.
It's how a Black woman's supposed to act, and just like, oh, well.
That was the first one. Here come right here, number two. Here, number two right here. This one right here is going to talk about how foundational Black Americans is bad and really everybody get along. It's that same stuff of we all get along with everybody else, just FBA is bad. You feel me? All they do is serve for comedy. This is another tether of color, and that tether of color stuff don't work. Tether of color, you better find another.
Your Black card is revoked because you don't do this. You're Black. And for me, it's just like, no disrespect to Americans, but it's just like African Americans are the least Black people of Black people, in my opinion, just because it's just like culture wise, if it's just like, oh, Black culture, American Black culture is completely, I don't want to say completely different, but it's just like, what is it based on? Like, it's pretty much just based on struggles that white people have forced on y'all that y'all just continue to perpetuate, and it gets to a point where it's just like, okay, well, if you don't do this, then you're not Black enough, when in reality, like, I speak about this a lot because growing up in Jamaica, our motto is literally out of many one people. Like, it's Black people, it's white people, it's Chinese people, it's...
How'd y'all know that the All Lives Matter was coming? Y'all know it. Oh, by the way, I see all them little trolls in there. I see all the trolls. Didn't I say in the beginning of this video we was going to piss them off? Good. The more they stay mad, the more we stay on game. So stay mad because you can't change nothing. You still going to wake up living in the country that my ancestors created. You still going to wake up pissed off, and we still going to wake up exceptional. So for any little troll or anybody else who's hating on foundational Black Americans, you better have your ass some Jollof and a smile because we going to continue to put it on.
Italian people, it's all cultures, it's Spanish people, we all speak the same. Yeah. Does that mean that we don't have our specific cultures? No. The Chinese Jamaican is very, very proud of their Chinese culture, but they're also just as proud of their.
Look at her right there, bigging up the colonizer. These people are colonizing your homeland. You are going to be landlocked. I literally just seen something today, and it said that within the next 10 years, Jamaicans are going to be landlocked because the other group, they own all your ports. They own all your ports. So the same way that group owns the ports in your homeland is the same way that same community has airports. So they control the aviation and the travel aspects. And she's sitting there somehow in that mind finding ways to hate on FBA and big up the same people who are landlocking her people right there. They make no sense. They have no mind. They lack intelligence. And this is why foundational Black Americans, we ain't here to play with them. We're not here to play games. We're not here to play around. We're going to call your ass out. You're bigging up the oppressor, but yet you're finding time to hate foundational Black Americans, all in the same time telling us that we are brothers and sisters. Nah. We delineate, we separate, and if you fuck around, we going to regulate.
Jamaican culture. Same thing with white people. Talk just as much as me, but and it's really no buts. It's really no difference, to be honest. So for me, I feel like the box is placed on everybody. It's just like, okay, just because you're Black doesn't mean you have to speak in Ebonics.
My culture, we kind of refer to them as akata. I'm saying it the American way. It's akata. Yeah. So we kind of refer to them as that and in a derogatory manner. And we don't see them as, useful people or I guess good people for society. I don't know. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with, Black people.
Comments saying, oh, we're all Black, we're all Black, we're all Black. That's cool, fine, and dandy. We all know that. But what a lot of Black Americans don't understand is when you come from a country where 99.99% of the people are Black, that's not a unifier. The same people that are oppressing you are Black. So I understand why some Caribbean people and some African people, they don't subscribe to that idea that, oh, we're all Black, so we all need to look out for each other.
Stop. That's exactly the type of time we've been on. We've been saying that just because you Black don't mean that you're going to represent our lineage because you don't come from the soil like we do. It's funny how when these folks give their tether version of delineating, their tether version of separating, it's okay. But when we do it, they want to sign a goddamn hate crime, hate bill, a goddamn foundational Black Americans are so bad, get a pension, get 1,000 signatures. Anytime foundational Black Americans say that we're going on the other side of the street because we represent our lineage, they got a problem. But yet they get mad because some folks showed up to their little goddamn twerk event. And then all of a sudden now it's, y'all don't understand. We are all different. Nah. When we said we was different, you didn't like it. When we said that we are a different lineage, we are not Africans. We are the face of Blackness. We operate in the country that we built. We are certified foundationals. Everybody wants to go and call us a hate group. They say the same exact thing. It ain't that we a hate group, it's that we're a hated on group. That's what it is. Y'all do not like what we do. Y'all do not like what we represent. We are a collection of foundational Black American people within this society, within this country that we made, and everything that we do makes y'all upset. So don't get mad at us because we are a lineage. Get mad at yourself that your lineage can't do what we've done.
And I feel like we all should be gatekeeping our cultures. Yeah, we're all Black, but at the end of the day, our differences make us unique. Caribbean culture is not
same thing we say
based on the fact that we're Black. Black American culture is based on the fact of being Black. That is two completely different things.
So basically, all lives matter.
We need to start gatekeeping Carnival. There is no reason on this earth for anybody that's not from the
we gatekeep reparations. They get mad.
The Caribbean to be at Carnival. And I don't care how y'all feel on the subject.
Black racism has become completely acceptable.
Family, that came a long way. That went a long way from we all Black, brother. And then you heard we need to gatekeep our culture. So you've seen 100 different clips. You had the guy with the musty robe on in the village saying that we all family. You seen the other lady saying that we won't be discriminated against if we come back home. And then now you see these other people saying how they need to gatekeep the culture. Which one is it? And that's what we're always talking about, family. It's all of these mixed signals. They tell us 100 different things. They tell us you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to be here, you got to be there. All they do, family, is flip-flop all over the place. And they give us a whole gang of stuff. They're not on the same page. They don't even know what it is. This is what happens when you're dealing with people who flee. Okay, when someone is a fleer, they think 100 different ways and they don't really know what to say. If we sat back and just listened to the words that they speak, the terms, we wouldn't know what it is. One person says we all Black, and then the other person says y'all ain't. One person says they need to delineate, then the next thing they get mad at us when we do. but none of them check each other. That's why we said, man, fuck that. We're going to stay over here. We're going to do our goddamn thing. And it's working out fine for us. Look at us, family. We are stronger than ever. What I always say, family, we build it, we work it, we shine it, we grind it. All right? We untouchable, unbreakable, and stronger than ever. Our lineage is stronger than ever. And they don't even know what words are coming out their mouth. They trying to come over here and run that gambit on us. We don't listen to nothing they say because they don't know. This is what happens when people are fleeing. And I always tell people, fam, I want y'all to focus on this. Pay attention. You're going to have two types of TOCs, all right? Tethers of color. That's the one. TOC. The same way we got rid of the African American and we replaced it with foundational is the same way we get rid of the people of color and now we putting in tether of color. We have changed the whole discourse of this country. We changed all the terminologies. We got rid of all the outdated old terms, and we are anew, we are fresh, and everything we say is powerful. We want to know why what we're saying is changing the world. We want to know why we're going further in the last 5 years than they have in the last 50. It's because we changed everything. Did we say it was going to be some house cleaning? Did we say we was going to mop this shit up? That's what we done. We done moved all the negative energy out. We done lit some sage in this motherfucker, and we have exercised it all. So therefore now, we done got rid of the PO, and we put in the TO, tethers of color. And I want y'all to notice you're going to see two versions of them. You're going to have the person who's trying to stop your reparations. Then you're going to have the person who's trying to steal your reparations. Because trust me, this all revolves around reparations. This is why there's this new interest on what foundational Black Americans are doing. All right. Before it used to be just let FBA fight in the streets and then we'll benefit off the Immigration Act. Let foundational Black Americans fight in the street and then we'll benefit off of affirmative action. That's what it used to be back in the day. Now it's let foundational Black Americans push that reparations all the way to the goal line. Then we'll jump in and then we'll score the touchdown and get the glory. And what are we saying? Hell no. Hell no. If you weren't in the field with us picking cotton, going through the worst conditions, then you can't get in on the reparations. It's as simple as that. And y'all notice, fam, we ain't budged neither. They say, well, what about this? We say, fuck that. Run that check. They say, what about that? We say, fuck that. Run that check. They say, well, this, that, this, over there, over there, over there, babble, babble, babble. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Where my money? And that's the beautiful thing about us, family. We haven't been knocked off our pivot or knocked off our square. We delineate, we separate, we regulate. That's what we've been doing. And this is why everybody has this new interest on what foundational Black Americans are up to next. They're viewing our spaces. They're watching our shows. They showing up in our chat. What happened, family? We so goddamn strong, y'all. Tell me, man, let me sit up. Hold up. We so goddamn strong that these people come into our chats and get ran out. You know we strong. You can't even show up in a foundational Black American chat without getting your shit ran out the building. They show up in Twitter spaces, ran out the building. So are you surprised that a fleer flees? They fled their homeland, they fled their family, they fled their culture, and they flee our spaces. That's because you cannot exist in our presence. Foundational Black Americans operate up here, and everybody else is down, and everyone else is behind. That's the way we are moving. So when you talk about someone fleeing their homeland, you're going to have the person who's trying to stop our reparations, and that's going to be the person saying, I don't want anyone to have it, because they got a backstabbing culture. They got this whole, if I can't get it, nobody can have it thing, right? Where they realize that our reparations is too strong and powerful. So now they're trying to come up with ways where they can just stop it. But then you're going to have the other person who's going to try to steal it. You're really seeing the tether that's got the Republican ways, and you're seeing the tether who's got the Democrat ways. You're seeing the overt and the covert tether. Tetherism now, family, is on like stage 10. All right. We sat back really just in the last year and watched everything they've done. They tried to get in on our reparations panels. They tried to come to our rallies, come to our marches, all of them. I heard somebody the other day saying, how come foundational Black Americans only go after the diaspora? Bullshit. We are multitaskers. We G-check everybody. Everybody gets regulated when you deal with foundational Black Americans. Yes, we do. We G-check everybody. Don't let none of these people say, how come we only pick on one group? No, the fuck we don't. We go after anybody who's off code. That's them, where they pick and choose who they gonna get on. They cherry pick. Foundationals don't do that. We G-check every single group community that's got a problem with our lineage. When they come around and say that we're a group, we're not a group, we're a lineage. They come around and try to say that we're a team, we're not a team, we're a lineage. Anything that they throw at us, we reject it. So we understand the way to move and the way to operate. And we also understand that everybody who comes around us has one interest in mind, and that is to steal our reparations, and you can't have it. You better go get your own because you can't have ours. So when we talk about people fleer, and we talk about fleed men, and we talk about the fleers out here in society, I'm going to show y'all what it is. I'm going to show y'all. See, this is the difference. This is a Black Alpha exclusive, family. Not only on the Black Alpha Network, smash that like button. Appreciate the love. Not only on the Black Alpha Network will I tell you about the Freedmen, not only on the Black Alpha Network will I tell you about the Fleers, not only will we talk about the Tethers of Color, I'm going to show them to you. This right here, family, is the definition of fleeing your homeland. When shit get tough, the tough gets to running on boats, on planes, and across deserts. Watch the Freedmen flee around. The definition of fleeing, y'all. They running. They getting out of Dodge, y'all. Reparations! Reparations! Yes, fact. Y'all notice ain't no women and children, right? Notice ain't no women and children, right? They out there running all that stuff that they be talking. Oh, no. Hold up. Yeah, let me see the family. Oh, let's talk. Let's talk. Good points, family. Good points. All that stuff that they be talking when they be trying to run that game of they're coming here with their families and they just want a better life. You'll never see their families with them. No. You see big grown-ass men who could be in their homeland holding it down. Yes, hold on. I got to catch that. Yes, right there. That right there, family. Fleeing. Go. What is song? You a runner, you a track star. You a fleer, you a track star. You gonna flee when shit get hard. And you ain't gonna stand in your homeland. That's what it is. They run and they dodge. Don't let none of these Democrats run around here and try to tell us that these people are bringing in their families and they're seeking a better life. We done already debunked all of that. In reality, what it is that you as a grown man can't provide for what your own homeland needs. So you try to run to my homeland and get me to provide it for you. You really want to get babied, all right? You want a grown foundational Black American man or a foundational Black American woman to do for you what your own men can't do in your own homeland. It's sad, family. And let me say this as well. These people in these communities, they look up to all their fleers. See, we are the only people who look down on that stuff. When we see somebody that can't get it popping and then they come to someone else's house and kick their feet up and try to act like they run stuff, we don't respect that. We don't respect that over here on our side. But over there, oh man, they over there giving the goddamn Tethers, fucking keys to the city. They putting medals around their neck. You know what I'm saying? They over there saying, when I grow up, I want to flee just like my daddy fled. My daddy fled in 1982. And I want to flee in 1932, 42, 52. They want to flee just like their parents fled. When that lady was talking earlier and she said, y'all grandparents was over there being mean to my grandparents and you fled just like your grandparents fled to my country. You see the big difference? See, it doesn't really matter what you say. You can say whatever you want. You can talk whatever you talk, but them is just words. The fact of the matter is when all of the smoke clears and the dust settles, you come to my homeland. And at the end of the day, that right there is me winning, you losing. Bottom line, point blank, all in the game. That's what it is, and you can't change it. You can't teach it. Let's run it back, and let's talk about the way they run and they hop and they skip and they get on boats. Next thing you know, family, they're going to be on damn parachute. Running, y'all. I'm just saying, though, I mean, when foundational Black Americans say that, folks be running and hopping and skipping and jumping, and then you see some folks running, hopping, skipping, and jumping, I mean, ain't that what it is? I mean, that's what I just saw right there. That's what I seen. That's what I saw. That's what I heard. So when people talk that talk, let's be honest, y'all. These people is over there running and they hopping and they skipping and they jumping. And another thing they over there doing, family, is they loving Zaddy. Yeah. See, what's one of the things that they have in common? They have something in common over there is that anybody who shows up, they love them. we may have people who swirl and twirl all over the place every now and then. Okay, by the way, the difference between us and them is that when you take a tether and you mix it with a swirler, you get a twirler. And they twirling all over the diaspora. How do you know that they are twirling all over the diaspora? Is that the dominant society as well as a bunch of other societies go over there and their twirlers go crazy. Family, family, family. Did y'all see this right here? I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Zaddy went over there and Zaddy started doing the goddamn Backstreet Boys. And the damn twirler women were throwing money at him like they were in the strip club. West Africans love their Europeaners. Check this out, family. Watch. They over there, watch. They about to start dancing. Look, they assuming this whole position. Look at it right there. They're doing the Backstreet Boys. Look at the women just over there gloating. Look, this is the colonizer over there doing this. This is what the colonizer's doing. Look at them. Look at the women. They two-stepping for him. Family, we didn't make this up. This is what we need to come home to. This is the better land. This is where we're going to be free and we're going to escape America. Look at it. Family, I would play the music, but I don't want y'all speakers to mess up. So I'm going to leave the music down. The music is even worse. If this shit look bad, y'all don't even want to hear it with the music. Family, look at that right there. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Family, let me run that back. Watch this again. They over there having a jolly ass time doing the Backstreet Boys. Look at the women over there gloating. That's the colonizer. This is what your colonizer is doing. So when we say that they be over there with arms wide open, they be over there with arms wide open. And the twirlers be loving it. You put together a tether and a swirler, you get a twirler. This is what you get. This is why they wigs is twisted sideways, upside down. Because they love this type of stuff. They done went over there and had the Backstreet, but they throw money at it. Family, freeze. That's money. That is money. They throwing money over there. This is what's going on in West Africa. Come on. This the colonizer boys. Sad day. Sad day. Y'all know damn well this don't go on with FBA. Because if it did, it go off about 2 minutes before we shamed you and regulated you. That's the difference between us and them. We regulate our off code. I ain't seen one of these folks who come in our spaces. Look at over there. Look at over there dancing. I ain't seen one of them folks who come in our spaces and troll or hate on us and get on TikTok ever talk about how they twirlers are over there doing that with the colonizer. Come on. Let's keep it $1.53 and a third. You don't ever see that type of stuff because if you pulled that around foundational Black Americans, we would run you off the block so fast you would never want to come back. But yet, Mr. Mutombo, Mrs. Fufu, Mr. Joloff, all these TikTok tethers, they always come and they talk about FBA, but they don't never talk about that. Hell no, they don't. Because that is the difference between us and them. We keep it G, they flee, they dance with the colonizer, and we don't. Family, all we got is receipts. All we got is receipts. And when they sit there and say, no, we love you, we are friends. I see friends over there. I see friends. But what I see is foundational Black Americans ain't high on your friend list. What I see is people over there that come and dance with you, who do all these moves with you, but I don't really see you rocking with us like that. That's the big difference. I don't see y'all coming around foundational Black Americans speaking the real. I see y'all hating. I see y'all talking all this type of nonsense, but foundational Black Americans, we are over here keeping it all the way thorough. So there's a big ass difference between y'all and us. And the facts prove it, the videos prove it, but more importantly, above all of that, family, the receipts prove it. Notice how they were saying that they not really Black and Black is not really real and all this stuff. That's the biggest contrast between us, is that Black and being a foundational Black American representing certified Black society, that's something to us. It don't mean nothing to them. It don't mean nothing to them. Because remember, they'll tell you, I did not grow up Black. I grew up as a Haitian. I grew up as a Nigerian. I grew up from Zimbabwe. They tell you that they don't galvanize around black. What we say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. We represent black. We represent our lineage. That's why it's foundational Black American. That's why it's Black Alpha Network. That's why it's certified Black society. They want to be everything other than black. What they really want to do is they want to go see the colonizer Backstreet Boys and go throw some goddamn money at them. Twirl is going to twirl, and that's what it is. But when you start talking about it from another level, we got more receipts right now where it ain't us saying that they don't represent being black. We got videos where they're telling you that they don't like being black and they don't represent it. And they never grew up seeing themselves as black people. And this guy right here with his eyes already bucking, family, his eyes is already bucking and he ain't even started talking. Watch him say the same thing they get mad at foundational Black Americans for saying, and that is that he never saw himself as black. He saw himself as a Haitian.
Explain this to people all the time, but a lot of people don't get it. As someone who was born and raised outside of the U.S., we had never identified ourselves as a color. It was always as a nationality. This is where we come from. This is who we are. I was always a Haitian. I was never a black. I was always a Haitian. A Jamaican was always a Jamaican. They were never a black Jamaican, you know? So 2014, when I moved to America to go to school, this is when I fill out a form and it says race. I didn't even know the word race had two different meanings until then. So
Whoa, that man said, I didn't even know race had two meanings until then. He put it all on the line. Let me run that back. Family. This is what I say. If you sit back and you watch long enough, Tethers is going to tell. All right, let's get this right. He is going to be a tether tattletale. He ain't supposed to say this. He's not supposed to say this out loud. I told y'all about TikTok. TikTok done did a lot of things. What's old buddy name that they just arrested, Keefe D, for Tupac? And he was running around snitching on himself, telling everybody what he did, and then they came and got him. This is what these tethers be doing. They be telling on their damn self. If you sit back and you watch tethers talk, like foundational Black Americans do, if you sit back and you hear tethers run their mouth, you're going to hear them say every single thing that we've been saying the whole time. So we ain't got to argue. We ain't got to debate. We ain't got to do no back and forth with nobody because everything that we say about a tether, tethers will confirm it.
Explain this to people all the time, but a lot of people don't get it. As someone who was born and raised outside of the U.S., we had never identified ourselves as a color. It was always as a nationality. This is where we come from. This is who we are. I was always a Haitian. I was never a black. I was always a Haitian. A Jamaican was always a Jamaican.
Hey, look how the way he says a black. Look at his face. Look at the disgust when he mentions being black. Watch it.
A Haitian. A Jamaican was always a Jamaican. They were never a black Jamaican, you know? So 2014, when I moved to Black Jamaican, you know? So 2014, when I moved to America to go to school, this is when I fill out a form and it says race. I didn't even know the word race had two different meanings until then. So I said race. It says black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian. And I told the lady, I said, I'm from Haiti. I'm Haitian. She said, no, you black. And explain this to people all the time, but a lot of people.
Right there, family. Right there. We didn't say that. That's not an FBA. He said it. I am from Haiti and I came, by the way, notice he said I came to America to go to school, right? So AKA you fled so you could eat off of my ancestors. Gotcha. You can thank us, okay, later. Fine. Notice what he said though. He said, I never realized that I was black. Notice he said that. He said he never identified with black. He didn't see nothing with black. All that we brothers and we need to come home and we friends and we all the above. That right there, family, has been completely debunked because that is the logic that the majority of them feel. Only difference is he is a tether tattletale and he told all the secrets that they don't want out in the open. That's what that is, family. And that's what it is. And it's always been that way. We have been saying this. All foundational Black Americans do is that we call the shot and then we watch it. Nothing but net. We float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. We ain't got to run because we don't flee. That's all we do, family. And they understand that. So this is why they come up with it. And that's just one. You got a whole gang of them on video. And then we met people say, I'm not black. I've never been black. It's you Black Americans who always think you're black. Why is everything got to be black? I love this group, that group, but you guys are just mean. It's always the same thing. Only difference is, family, we got receipts. What I told you, I said we've always been foundational Black Americans. The only difference is that this foundational Black American generation, we bold and we loud. And ain't nothing gonna be said and ain't gonna be said real crystal clear. You ain't got to figure out what a foundational Black American is saying. All you got to do is shut the hell up and watch it, and we're going to show and prove. So we have said that these folks don't represent being black. They don't. We have said that these folks flee their home country. They do. We said that they got twisted sideways wigs, and we done showed some twisted sideways wigs will look like it's goddamn rolling down the street. We done seen it. We done said that they got some real musty ass ways. We done smelt it. We done seen it all. So nobody can debate with us. Foundational Black Americans, we are 1,000,000,000 undefeated. If we had been defeated, we wouldn't be here. So the very fact that we are here shows you that they can't touch us at all. So you got to start dealing with these scam Africans, because you're going to have the tether, but then you're going to have these scam Africans. These are the people who really can't let go of the whole we're all one and we're all family. You got these people who've been running around trying to scam us into going back. See, it ain't just the person over there in the diaspora. There's a lot of people right here in America, and they have been running around for a long time, family, trying to hustle us to go back to Wakanda. We know about Akon Donquarius, okay? We've seen him trying to sell us the Wakanda travel packets. But you also got a lot of people who've been real mad about FBA. See, this is the lineage and the reparations era. And those two things are simultaneous and they're intertwined. We have been standing on our lineage, and with standing on our lineage comes reparations. It's all underneath the ancestors. That's where we are right now, right? That's why I said earlier, fam, we have been chosen to be in a special time. It's a hell of a time to be alive, y'all. A hell of a time to be alive, and it's even more special to be foundational Black Americans right here today. That's why I send a certified salute to all of you guys, because this would not be as fun without us. It would not be as fun without the whole family. Now, since we've been standing on lineage, that done fucked up the whole Pan-African hustle. Pan-Africans have been fucked up as soon as we start standing on lineage. What you gonna do when your whole ideology is there ain't no lineage? Understand this, family. When it comes to scam Africanism, there's no such thing as lineage. So your grandparents, my grandparents, where y'all from? You from North Carolina, South Carolina, you from Ohio, you from Georgia, you from California, you from New York, you from Michigan, you from Indiana. Where are you from? It doesn't matter where you're from, because according to scam Africanism, there's no such thing as lineage. So a lot of scam Africans, when they were living in the world of the African American, they got a lot of money. They would tell Black brothers and sisters, hey, if you call 1-900 Pan-African, I'll have my secretary send you a travel packet, but you got to pay $18.99 up front and then another $300 on the back end. And then I'll throw in some kufis, and then I'll also throw in some handmade fucking Jollof rings, and then I'll send it to you. This is what ended up happening. Yes, Jollof rings, family. This is what they've been trying to do to us. They were always trying to sell us to go back home to Africa. Once we started standing on lineage, we said, what the fuck we got to go home? We are home. The whole we are home, we don't have to go home. That changed everything. And right now, family, since we represented this lineage, heritage, and culture, there have been a lot of people out of business. A lot of folks, they done went into the dark. They done slid off and they mad. That's why people been disappearing. You don't even see them no more, because they like, damn, FBA done showed up and fucked the whole game up. We done ruined the game for the Democratic Party. Let me tell you a few things that us being lineage first have changed. It's changed the Democratic Party. They're about done. Their plantation's going to the ground as we speak. Joe Biden is 3,000 years old, and they're talking about not even running him no more. And you got people like Bill Maher saying that Joe Biden needs to go take a nap. So we got the liberals fighting each other. Trust me, that's all because the Black voter base is going away based on foundational Black Americans exposing them. So we got the Democrats and the liberals all twisted because of FBA. We got the people of color gone. Now the Tethers of Color, they're all messed up because of FBA. You also have the minorities, okay, because it's one big lie. They're gone because of FBA. You have the Black and brown no elition. They're gone because of FBA. So when you look, who's the last person that tried to go one-on-one versus our lineage, try to get us to get off of the lineage, tried to stop us from being FBA first, second, third, and infinity? The scam African. And guess what we done did to the scam African? We done ran they ass off the block fast. And there's another scam African out there that's trying to hold on for dear life. But every time this person starts running their mouth, this person gets G-checked. How do I know? Because Black Alpha, I've been the one G-checking them all year long, and we gonna continue. Y'all heard about this guy right here, and he goes by the name of Dr. Crowbar Vasquez. Yes, Dr. Kubar, everybody who has been subscribed to the Black Alpha Network, I love you with a passion. Y'all know about how we've been riding on Dr. Kubar and Scam Africanism. Anybody who is new, I love you with the passion. Check out the way we've been exposing a lot of things. See, Dr. Kubar was somebody that was very happy when things were Scam African first. But when it became lineage first, then all of a sudden it turned into y'all's is bad. And he's been very negative. Every time he has an interview, he disrespects us. Anytime he talks, he went around the whole summer and was just starting stuff. He don't even talk about supremacy like that anymore. 99% of the time he talks, he's giving interviews disrespecting the lineage, saying y'all. The same way Fat Joe family was sitting there saying y'all, it ain't me, y'all's people. And Fat Joe was very, very distant. That's the same thing that you've been seeing from Dr. Kubar. He don't talk about foundational Black Americans as one, because in the system of Scam Africanism, there's no such thing as a foundational. There's no such thing as a lineage. He is under the belief that one day soon, every single Black person on the planet Earth will all get together. We will all form like Voltron, be like the goddamn Power Rangers, all team up and bring down the system of supremacy. And if anybody, it doesn't matter if it's you, if it's me, if it's one of our ancestors, one of our elders, if anybody disagrees with that, then he begrudges you and he attacks you. Dr. Kubar Vasquez has become very, very disgruntled. Why is he very, very disgruntled? One is because he can't get his school off the ground. He's been trying to get his school going since 1956, all right? And he still needs foundational Black American money to get his school off the ground. He's literally running around now saying God will open the school. Okay, so now he done gave up. He done threw in the damn Pan-African towel. Now he's just saying God gonna open the school. So he's all over the damn place, right? Yes, he is. So he's to the point of being disgruntled so bad, family, because he needs foundational Black American money for donations, but he don't support foundational Black Americans with our lineage. All because of what? Because his Scam African hustle has dried the fuck up. And I seen this interview right here, and I'm gonna do what Black Alpha do best. I'm a G-check. And I want y'all to notice how he makes some parallels about Scam Africanism, and he's trying to give Scam Africans the credit for what foundationals created. One more time for your mind. He's trying to give Scam Africans the credit for what foundationals created. And Black Alpha Network, I ain't going for that. Listen to him try to say that the reason why the dominant society is trying to play with these names and all that is because of Africa and us all being on the same side. Once he got off of his banana boat, foundational Black Americans were sitting here ready for the G-check. Listen.
There's two reasons why the U.S. government is going back to calling us Black Americans as opposed to African Americans. Number one, they want to disconnect us from our African birthright because they fear the rise of a global Pan-African revolution. Let me say it again.
No. Let me talk. Now it's time for me to talk, homeboy. Listen to this. Listen to this. First off, everything he said was bullshit, and everything I'm about to say is real. The dominant society is trying like hell to keep us as African Americans. In what world, family? And I'm asking this to everybody in the chat. Family, I love y'all. Tell me in what world do they want to address us as Black Americans or foundational Black Americans? We just had that whole OMB situation where we were telling them freedmen or foundational. And they were trying to get us to stay as Africans. In his deluded, warped ass brain, he thinks that the dominant society wants to call us Black Americans so we cannot be Pan-Africans anymore. What? Family, y'all tell me where the hell he got that from. Where the hell did he get that from other than he's trying to take what we've created and give Scam Africans credit? What did I just say? That's exactly what dude's trying to do. We know what it is all day long. Yes, fair use all across the video. So when we know that he's trying to take what we've created and give it to Scam Africans, nah, bro. That ain't the way the ball bounced. That ain't the business. That ain't the business at all. Everyone knows that the reason why the dominant society is shook right now is because we have changed the verbiage. We have changed the words. We got rid of African American. We got rid of just Black American. You know why? Because Black American is just too flat. We've been very, very precise and concise with everything that we've been saying. Everyone knows it, okay? So don't let Dr. Crowbar Vasquez, straight from Havana, taking FBA donations for his invisible school, tell you that the reason why the dominant society is trying to change the names is because they fear one big African rising. Hell no. The only people who believe that are Dr. Crowbar Vasquez and the people who are still foolish enough to send him money. That's what it is. Foundational Black Americans, and I just went through the list, have been out here changing all of these other groups' agendas based on us being lineage first. Us representing the lineage changed the game completely. So this is what's really happening in the real world. And Dr. Crowbar, as he grasps for thoughts, because he goes, hold on, while he's trying to get his mind right, it's because, now I ain't no it's because, the reason being is because foundational Black Americans, we started representing our heritage and our culture and gatekeeping it. So now the dominant society has no choice but to address us as such. It has nothing to do with the diaspora. It has nothing to do with Africa. It has nothing to do with Jamaica. It's all about us. But guess what, family? It's always been. Watch as he continues to tell that lie.
Let me say it again. One of the reasons the government is going back to calling us Black Americans as opposed to African Americans is they fear the rise of a global Pan-African revolution. We've been African Americans since the 1980s. All of a sudden, you go back to calling us Black Americans.
No, they still call us African Americans. I literally just seen Kamala Harris referring to us as African Americans. They do not call us Black Americans, family. He is lying.
Because you want to de-emphasize the growing African consciousness amongst the American African. So that's
no. They want to de-emphasize the growing family. Hold up. Wait a minute. Time out. Did he just say that the United States government wants to de-emphasize the growing African consciousness amongst Black Americans? No, Kubar. They want to de-emphasize the American foundational consciousness within our lineage, not the African. This whole generation is not being defined by Africanism or scam Africanism. This generation is being defined by foundational Black American. We represent the country that we built. We represent the country that we created. We represent the country that we have started from scratch. Nobody in the dominant society fears us becoming an African consciousness. They fear us becoming American consciousness because this is who we are. And the more we represent our lineage and the more we hold down our ancestors, the more they have to deal with us. So basically what I'm saying, family, is that we are all operating in the center of reality, and he's still living the scam African fantasy, and ain't nobody standing there with him.
One thing I'm noticing right off the top, let's stop using the word Africa. Let's stop using the word Africa. Let's stop using the word Africa.
He said, let's stop using the word Africa, and then he proceeded to say it 4 times. Okay.
So that's one thing I'm noticing right off the top. Another reason they stopped using the word Africa is not only to minimize the growing Pan-African movement, not only to try to undercut the growing Pan-African consciousness that's sweeping the world, in no small part due to the works of the Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Oh, stop.
Their fear of...
Stop. Y'all knew he was about to. Y'all knew he had to make it about him. Did he just sit there and tell us that scam Africanism is sweeping the globe because of him? This is why people don't rock with Kubar. This is why, family, because of stuff like that. That man said that the reason this is happening is because of the Prince of scam Africanism. That's why. Nobody is thinking about scam African, okay? That's just not happening. this rise and all this stuff that they're talking about, family, this is the same thing they've been telling black folks since the 1950s. One day, y'all, day's coming, and we all gonna be united. All scam Africanism is a big ass IOU. All right. It's if somebody wrote you an IOU, gives it to you, you blink, and then 20 years went by and you never got a penny. That's all it is. And he is not being really represented, and black folks ain't really rocking with him. As a matter of fact, his clout, credential, and cachet right here in America has went down. His brand is tainted. Brothers and sisters ain't rocking with him, not just because he can't get his school off the ground. It's because we are moving in a direction, and he is still standing on the corner. Kubar, you missed the bus. You missed the bus. You missed the plane. All right. That plane has taken off. That jumbo jet done taken off in the sky, and no one's thinking about you. That bus is going down the block, and no one's thinking about you. Once again, to quote our master teacher, Kabahai Watakamane, he said, 2 of the worst words are, it's too late. That is some of the worst things you could ever hear, is too late. And I'm going to add to it, and I'm going to say Dr. Kubar Johnson is a day late and a dollar short. All right. Matter of fact, he's 400 years late and a dollar short. And I'm talking about dollars in terms of reparations and money. Mind you, Dr. Kubar, family, he is an anti-FBA reparationist. Yes, he is. By his own admittal. He said it. He said, I don't believe that this generation deserves reparations. These are his own quotes. This ain't what I'm saying. He said that he does not believe that we deserve reparations. He says that he believes reparations should go to every living black person on the planet. These are direct quotes. These are direct quotes. He said reparations should go to every living black person on the planet or nobody, meaning that we don't deserve reparations. He said he feels that reparations are something that we are not mature enough. And I already broke this down before. Dr. Kubar has the very exact same reparations position as Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil said he don't think that we're responsible enough for reparations. Dr. Kubar said we're not responsible enough for reparations. Dr. Phil said he don't know where we're going to get the money. Dr. Kubar said he don't know where we're going to get the money. Dr. Kubar is right here. Dr. Phil is right here. So when Dr. Kubar runs around and he spent this whole summer throwing dirt on our reparations claim, to the point that I actually seen him say, y'all can go fight. There go that y'all again. Never trust no person who claims to be your brother, but always uses the term y'all or they when referring to you. All right. I don't ever do that with my brother. I don't say y'all or you over there when I'm talking to my brother. I address him as such by his name. That's how we do it. We were respectful people. One thing about foundational Black Americans, we will G-check your ass, but we will be respectful until you cross that line. And Dr. Kubar stayed crossing that line because he basically said, we are not intelligent enough people to handle our own. And he said, we are not intelligent enough people to do for self. So he is an anti-reparationist, and that is very similar to the backstabbing culture that we say goes on and persists within the scam African world. If I can't have it, nobody can have it. So all I'm doing is telling the truth and speaking what time it is. The time is that we are all putting everything on the line for reparations. We are out here standing in the cold for reparations. Black folks used to stand in the cold to go pull that lever and vote for the Democratic Party. No, now we're standing in the cold for reparations. Now we're standing in the rain for reparations and the snow for reparations. We are all putting our thoughts together. We're putting our minds together. We're putting our heart in this shit so we can get reparations. And he's running around here talking about scam Africa and we don't deserve it. Now, it's funny how he says we're not responsible enough for reparations, but Mr. Fufu is, Mr. Jollof is, Mr. Mutombo is. Mr. Mutombo, Fufu, and Jollof can't even handle the colonizer. We just played the video. They over there twirling, throwing money in the sky for the Backstreet Boys. They jumping on any colonizer that shows up. But yet, you don't ever talk about them. And family, can we say, well, nobody really wants to go there? Can we really say that, family? How come scam Africans never talk about the problems in Africa? That's something that foundational Black Americans been saying for the longest time. And now we're really doing it. I'm telling y'all, we're fresh. Things back in the day that people used to say and hush about, we say it out loud. So we're going to say it out loud. Why in the hell don't all of these scam Africans go give those lectures to Africa? You are not in a position to critique or lecture us when that continent is damn near in ruins and there's a new colonizer every Wednesday afternoon. How dare you talk about foundational Black Americans aren't responsible or intelligent enough when these people been over there making the same excuses that they were making in the 1300s. Talk to them. Don't talk to us. As a matter of fact, you know when somebody calls your phone and you got what I call the fuck you button and that shit ring and you beep and you send their ass straight to voicemail, Dr. Kubar straight to voicemail and anybody who has that type of logic. And I'm not even going to mention, Kubar, how you said before that you understand why TOCs come over here and they side with the dominant society. You said they see that we don't have an economic base. So basically, you condone a TOC coming over here and hating on us. Off code is hell. And we don't sit back and we're not in a position to watch somebody be off code and throw dirt on our reparations claim, all because we aren't doing it your way. Hell to the no. And he didn't just stop there, family. He continued to proceed to talk about this fake African uprising and how the dominant society is really afraid of them. Watch.
Pan-African revolution, but also because of the Negro tribalism groups. The Negro tribalism groups such as...
Whoa. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Didn't I say, family? Didn't I just say that this was all about us? He sat there for a whole minute and started talking about the dominant society, this scam African uprising, and then at the very end, he threw in shade towards us. Let me play that so y'all can see that. He had to, because this is the root of everything. As a matter of fact, this is the root of all of them. Every TOC, every fleer, every fleedman, and every scam African, the root of all of this is that they are jealous and they are envious of foundational Black Americans because they look at us and they see a success that they cannot achieve. So they find backdoor, back avenue, undermining ways to hate on us. But every single time they throw that hate, all we do is regulate that part.
Is ADOS that is popularizing an anti-African political agenda. So they want to cater to that because that actually plays into the hands of white supremacy.
First off, all of those other little groups that have been out there, they're not lineage. Foundational Black Americans are the true representation. That's what it's all about. And to be real with you, the dominant society knows who's about that life and who ain't about that life. The dominant society understands that when you start talking about achievement and real Black empowerment, it's not all these other little fake people that been popping up trying to throw that flag in the sky. No. They know it's all about foundational Black Americans because we genuinely represent the Black grassroots, something that they cannot represent and something that they cannot stand on. This is what it's really genuinely about. So Dr. Kubar is angry at that. Dr. Kubar is mad at that. And Dr. Kubar is going to stay mad at that because while he's sitting there hating on us, we out here clocking it up and running it up. That's what it is. That's what it does. And family, it ain't the end of it. So as he sits there and he tries to sell us all of this, go home, brother, because that was just his version of go home, brother. The same way that they sit there and they try to tell us that, I want y'all to look at this another testimony of somebody basically pulling out the wig, pulling it off, and letting folks know that foundational Black Americans operate on a different level and all that love does not exist. Watch this man's story.
So as I was getting my lunch, an African gentleman walked up to me, said, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "No problem." He says, "I want to understand why Black Americans are so angry. Why you hate this country. This is a great country. I've been here for 6 or 7 years. You guys need to respect and be proud that you're here." I said, "Okay. All right." Now he asked it in a respectful way. I said, I'm gonna answer your question, sir, but I'm gonna answer your question, black man to black man. He says, "But I'm African."
There you go.
That's okay. I'm still gonna keep this respectful. I says, "You say you've been here for 6 or 7 years." I said, "The reason you were able to come here and do what you're doing, live the life that you're living right now, is because of Black Americans. That's why. Because it was our great-grandfather, great-great-grandmothers who fought for the rights for you to be able to be in this country and do the things that you're doing now." I said, "You walked in this restaurant, you came through the front door, you didn't have to go to the back. The fact they're even serving you is because of what Black American ancestors did." I said, "You say that we seem angry and we seem upset." I said, "Because even though you may not intend it for your comment to be disrespectful, I said it does come across as disrespectful. I said, because other people come to this country from different places and they don't want to acknowledge that Black Americans are the ones who fought for everything that you're enjoying right now. I don't hate YT people. I don't hate Palm people. I don't hate anybody. It's not worth my energy or my time. But I got love for my fellow Black people. I want to see them succeed. We don't have the resources that other groups do. I say, you coming into this country as an immigrant, you get more benefits and you get more.
Family, that right there is everything that we've been saying. Now, does that look like the sweeping consciousness of scam Africanism? Or does that look like we are finally standing lineage first and regulating all that off-coded behavior? The proof is in the pudding. The facts are on the table. The very fact, family, that we're letting the whole world know that we are lineage first and we are regulating folks, that seemed like a regular working class brother. A regular working class brother. And he's out there regulating them folks. And he's out there standing on lineage. So if that is your regular, average, everyday brother, and he's out there standing on the lineage, and he's out there regulating that off-coded stuff, ending all of those lectures, because they always want to come and lecture us. You guys need to do this. You need to do this. If I sat here and told them what they need to do in their country, I'd be 100 years old because they got a lot to do. But if you see an average, everyday working class brother who's G-checking that type of behavior, what you think the Black grassroots gonna do? That ain't no scam African uprising. That ain't no renaissance. The dominant society is not afraid of them calling us African or Black American. They're afraid of foundational Black American. They're afraid of premier Black Americans. They're afraid of indigenous, native Black Americans. That's what they're really afraid of. And don't let anybody tell you different, because anybody who does is just your typical hater. And we are the ones who are really, really speaking truth to power, and the power getting stronger every day. And while we sitting here talking about that, it's funny how Dr. Kubar Vasquez can find his time to talk about us. But when it comes down to what he been doing, this man couldn't find a school, but he can find a Sukiana. Let me say that one more time, double back, run it back. He can't find a school, but he can find a Sukihana, Yana, Tana. Yeah, I said it. This is the difference between us and all these other people. I'm not surprised that Mr. Dr. Kubar Vasquez, straight from Havana, is sitting there with Sukihana from Nigeria. Two TOCs is going to stick together. That's what we seeing. Where the money at for the school, Kubar? Where the money at for the school? I was asking this 6 months ago. Then I asked it 6 before then. I asked it last year. Brothers and sisters saying that all over the place. Let's be 100. And by the way, let me say this. Somebody was like, man, that looked like an AI picture. That ain't real. That came from his damn Instagram. Stop playing with me. He posted that. Checkmate. So this is what we seeing when we see Dr. Kubar. It's funny how we can see him doing this, but I don't see him cutting on no lights to no building, pulling out no textbooks. I don't see, hold on, freeze. Brother, that right there. Hold on, right there. Sukiana Vasquez, damn. That right there, brother, salute. That's what we got. We got Sukihana Vasquez in the building. I'll be damned. Come on now. We kicking it real all the way live, That man done wifed them up. And not to mention, he's always taking a picture with him because he's seeming very Pan-African preacher. He's seeming like he's got this real kind of Pan-African cult kind of thing. He's got that same vibe where he kind of tries to placate into like middle-class women, no different than the church. This man is like Cleflo Dollar up in the building. This man he Bishop Long. He out here on some Bishop Long stuff, family. This is where it done got to. Foundational Black Americans, we done got to the point where we done turned him from a descendant of Frederick Douglass into a descendant of Bishop Eddie Long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, family. I can't. It is to the point now where he done went from Frederick Douglass to Bishop Long in the building. I can't call it, y'all. I can't call it. This is what he did. We ain't do this. All we doing is calling it out. All we doing is speaking the facts. I'm sorry, that's Sukiana Vasquez. That's funny. I see like 100 memes when you say that, bro. Salute to you for that one. Yes, wifey 200. Oh yeah, you be seeing his stuff, don't you? You be seeing when he like, this could be wifey. This could be wifey. This man ain't out here really trying to go hard and stand on it. This man ain't out here really trying to represent. This man ain't chasing reparations or represent us to the fullest. This man is out here trying to wife up somebody, trying to smash some cookies, as he was saying, with the stripper, and now he's dealing with this person. This has become your average, everyday Pan-African preacher, and he done went from Marcus Garvey to Frederick Douglass to Bishop Eddie Long. I'll be damned. Come on, Vasquez. Step your game up. Step your game up. Step your game up. It's a damn shame in these streets that you done fell off that damn bad and you still out here hating on us. This is what it is. Not to mention your lineage has been in question heavily, and you've been running around here hating on foundational Black Americans even more heavy than that. I got to pull that up one more time. I got to pull that up one more time so the family can see this is the type of time he on. Couldn't find the school, but found the Sukihana. Next is probably going to be him taking a picture with Sexy Red. All he doing is out here picking these folks off one by one by one. This is what you get when you start dealing with the prince of scam Africanism. You start seeing them scam the people. Are we surprised that somebody who been running around here talking about scam Africanisms is out here trying to scam Africans, foundational Black Americans? It ain't no shock. It ain't no shock at all. This is exactly what we knew. This is exactly what we seen. This is exactly what we expected. And this is exactly what he's doing. So when you start talking about where we've come, you start talking about what we've done, where we're going as a community, as a culture, as a lineage, you're really seeing for real, family, we are on a different level. Nobody can point to it. You're starting to see all these fake little reparations marches. None of that has anything to do with us. None of that has anything to do with what we're handling. None of that has anything to do with where we're going. Foundational Black Americans are operating on a completely different level, and everyone's just going to have to deal with it and accept it. Y'all know what I'm always saying on the Black Alpha Network. They got two choices, family. They can give that shit up or they can get it took. And right now, family, we are the ones holding it down, and we're holding it down to the fullest. While they out there doing stuff like that, then they taking pictures and running around the country asking for donations. Foundationals ain't on that type of time. Foundationals ain't on that type of time. Foundational Black Americans are only on the time of true liberation and getting real money. If somebody's not representing that, and if somebody's not really standing on the lineage, we're not rocking with them. It can be all love, or it can be you got to get on out of our way. You got to get on out of our way because our way is the way that it has to be. And anybody else, they have to kick rocks. And it starts with people like Dr. Crowbar Vasquez. And speaking of doctor, one thing we've been doing, we've been holding down our lineage, our heritage, and our culture. And on top of doing that, we have to hold down our legends. We have to hold down our heroes. We have to hold down our elders. One thing that I've been noticing, family, is that when we get on game and we start really representing our lineage, our heritage, and our culture, people start coming after our representatives. They start coming after our elders. We're not going for that. As I said, that we've been chosen, family, we have to represent the past because they're trying to erase our ancestors. We have to represent the future, which is our children, and we have to represent all of us now. We got the trifecta, family. This is what it is. So you're seeing a lot of people trying to come after our elders and throw dirt on their name, and we're not going for that. Salute, much respect to our master teacher, Dr. Claude Anderson. And let's say this, family, Dr. Claude was one of the first people that really were standing on delineation and standing on lineage first. And Dr. Claude Anderson has been making a few rounds lately, and he's been really representing and holding things down. And now you got all of these trolls coming out trying to hate on them. But I'm going to tell you like this. If you think that you're going to come after any of our master teachers and it's going to be smooth selling, you got another thing coming for you because it's going to be some smooth G-checking. Watch our good brother, Dr. Claude Anderson, speak, and watch how every single thing that he says is exactly lined up with what we're trying to accomplish. This is how you do it. Our master teachers lay down the blueprint, we learn from it, and then we execute. And that's where we are right now as foundationals. Check this out, family.
Critically analyze all the schemes, techniques, tricks, laws, public edicts, everything that the dominant white society did to socially engineer you into the lowest level of a real-life monopoly game. You've been sold into it. You have no substantive leadership. The leadership you got right now is totally committed to what they set up under the benign neglect policy, which means let's fabricate all these other groups to take away the benefits that Black folks should be getting. Let's give it to them. We'll fabricate new groups and call them fabricated classes. We'll now come up with things called minorities, poor folk, people of color, diversity, multicultural, and gays. Those are fabricated classes. Now, I wrote the first affirmative action plan in 1970 for the state of Florida. When I was over education for the state, I did not write it for minorities. I didn't write it for gays and humpbacks and lesbians and midgets. I wrote it for Black folk. So in the history of this nation, they have given up over 1 billion acres of land to whites, free. And that not only did they get the free land, but the free land and double and triple in value every 20 years. That's why they got all the wealth. And on that land, all the gold, silver, chrome, bauxite, magnesium, and timber increased in value. And out of that 1 billion acres of land. And by the same token, they denied giving Black folk 40 acres. Forget civil rights. Go back and correct the conditions that you impose on Black folk. You cannot deprive a group of people for 500 years of the fruits of their labor, but no money, no value, no land, no history, nothing. And they say, go out and compete. Compete with what? And so I tell all my civil rights leaders, you are foolish with the things you keep pushing. Why do you keep telling Black folk to go out and fight for equality and equal opportunity? I don't give a damn about no equality, equal opportunity.
Family, family, family. Don't let nobody tell you that we do not listen to our master teachers. We do not observe and analyze, and then we don't go out and execute. That's the type of time we're on right there, family. Exactly what our good master teacher, brother, scholar, elder, Dr. Claude Anderson was telling us. It's not about this group, or that group. Those are fabricated classes. It's about our group, us only. It is not in us to share. No one shares with us. We ain't in the time to share with them. We are all about getting what belongs to us, standing on lineage, representing our ancestors and representing the offspring. Our ancestors and the offspring mean everything to us. So that's what we got to represent, and we've been representing it to the fullest, and we've been standing on that completely. So I have to give a major certified salute to Dr. Claude Anderson and anybody out there that represents what we represent. They understand what type of time we on. And when we speak about these other groups, last week, family, I broke down Sleepy Joe. And I broke down how they're trying to bring all these other people into America, how they're trying to send these people into Black communities. Oh, yeah, that's what we talked about. That's what we broke down, right? We talked about how the Democratic policies facilitate the erasure of what we're trying to create and what we have created. Some new stuff came out just this week, family. And it has proven without a shadow of a doubt, this is a Black Alpha exclusive. It has proven without a shadow of a doubt that why the Democrats, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Sleepy and Kylie Green, the cop, they get on national television and they tell us that the borders are under control. Yet what we're finding out is that not only are the borders not under control, you're seeing that by the orders of the Democratic Party, they're opening the borders and allowing people to come in scot-free. I sat here and said last week, family, that the Democratic Party, they make calls to people on the border and tell them to allow illegals to come into this country. All this stuff with illegals come in and we don't know, we can't stop them. Bullshit. They not only put up a sign that says come on in, they also put up a sign that says come on in, and then they tell the people at the border, the agents, to let them on in. Don't believe us? Go ahead and watch the way it unfolds because we got receipts. Remember I told you I used to see people hop on the border, swim across, get up, dust off, wring their shirt out and go to the club? Okay. Well, what you're going to see right here in this video, Black Alpha exclusive, smash that like button, certified all the time. I'm going to show you guys right now, border agents cutting the barbed wire and allowing illegals to walk right in to the country. So when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on this campaign trail for the next election tell all of us that the border is under control, and they tell us that immigration is a Black issue, and they tell us immigration doesn't hurt us, and they tell us we should vote blue no matter who, I want you to remember that the same people that they allow to come into our communities, they're letting those people in free of charge. And not only are they doing that, you're starting to see them cut the barbed wire and give them folks free access. This is At the Border right here, Black Alpha exclusive. If you like this content, family, smash that like button and please subscribe. Watch border agents with barbed wire cutter cutting the barbed wire and allowing illegals to walk right inside the country. You ain't gonna see this on the mainstream, but you'll see this in the black grassroots. Look like barbed wire cutters to me. Look closely. You see people on one side trying to get in, and then you see them with barbed wire cutters on the other side, letting them in. This is what you get with the Democratic Party. We ain't got to see.
Meanwhile, more crossing over.
Here come more. Told you they jump into that water and wring their shirt out. Still cutting it. There you go. He's throwing them over cloth so they can put it over the spikes, and then they can also transition all of their clothes over so they can walk in more freely. We got receipts today. This is not what they're going to say on national TV. This is not what they're going to show. This is not what they're going to tell, but we see it clear as day. Boom. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. They're going to get on national TV and they're going to say, well, you know, everything's under control. And where are those people going to end up, family? Them folks is coming straight to a neighborhood near all of us. All of us. Straight to a neighborhood near all of us. And you've been seeing some really crazy things popping off, family. Some real crazy things. And for anybody out there that may try to disagree with foundational Black Americans, may try to tell us that we wrong for what we saying, may try to tell us that, hey, that ain't really what we just saw. Okay, well, we got receipts on receipts, family. We don't just lay one. We'll lay two, we'll lay three, and we'll keep hitting them with receipts until they get the goddamn point. So not only was he sitting there cutting the barbed wire, now I want you guys to look how they came back to replace the barbed wire. This is afterwards, and he's trying to replace the barbed wire that was cut. Boom. 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 G-check. We in the building, we in the place. He's coming back with barbed wire so he can replace the barbed wire that they were just cutting for him. This is coming directly from the Biden administration, from the dominant society, from the we need 11 million to come on in. And if they can't bring them in legally, they'll bring them in illegally. When they bring them in illegally, they try to pretend that it's something out of their control. And we can see clearly by undisputable evidence that this is not out of their control. This is exactly what they intend to do by cutting the barbed wire and letting them walk right on in. This is what you call a receipt. Checkmate, checkmate, checkmate. Every day, all day, and twice on Sundays, family. So that right there is what we've been seeing. That's right there is what we've been calling out. And you're seeing all of these people popping up at the border, family, that they don't really want to talk about. Yeah, there's been some people popping up at the border that motherfuckers is like, really? Oh, by the way, we ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. I'm going to show you not only they were cutting the barbed wire, then I showed you them replacing the barbed wire. Now, since we're a Black Alpha Network and we come with receipts beyond receipts and we thorough as hell, now I'm going to show you them same folks saying gracias and they're saying thank you. So you got the barbed wire cut, you got the barbed wire replaced, and then you have the illegals walking in and saying thank you for doing it.
Gracias. 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 Agradecido con el país.
There you go.
Periodista.
Okay. There you go. He's thanking them.
Gracias. Gracias.
See? Thumbs up. He's saying thumbs up. I appreciate the assist. I appreciate it. He said, thank you very much. Very, very much, officer. That barbed wire is sharp, and I didn't want to have to deal with it. And I'm so glad you cut it for me because now I don't have to. That's what you just saw, family. That's what you just seen. So we gave you the trifecta. You seen it getting cut. You seen it getting replaced. And now right there, family, you see the actual people walking in and thanking them. This is what happens when you start dealing with the dominant society. This is what happens when you start dealing with folks coming in the border. You see that type of behavior. And then you also see the Joe Biden administration try to play like they don't know what's going on, but yet we can pull out receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt. And we see it live and in living color that this is not something that is out of their control. This is something that they know exactly what's happening because they are the ones giving the order. So when you see these people right here, family, walking into the United States of America, why you think they're coming? Where you think they're going? That right there, family, is going to be Chicago in 3 months. That right there, family, is going to be New York City in 3 months. They're going to walk right there, get escorted in, because all this is an escort. They will be escorted in, and they will be on the first thing smoking straight up to Chicago, not going in the dominant society neighborhoods, but going in black neighborhoods, all while the Democratic Party tells you that immigration is a black issue. That part, family. So we see it, we saw it, and we understand exactly what's going on and how it's going down. So when you see him cutting the barbed wire, you see him talking all that, and then you start seeing all these different people who start popping up at the border because, family, there's reports coming out of Africans flying over here to come in through the southern border. Yes, there are. There's reports of people from India coming over here to come through the southern border. There's a lot of different people coming in through that southern border, family, and it's all because they know that they call it the Biden Express. Yes. What is the Biden Express? I'm going to tell you what the Biden Express is, family. The Biden Express is what they see as them trying to come in. So when we talk about people fleeing and people running over here, I'm going to give you a prime example of that just exactly, family. Look right here, family. You see right here. Check it out. The Daily Mail. Africans taking daily flight on the Biden Express. No, cancel. Africans taking daily flight on the Biden Express to the southern border. Africans are finding their way, family, over to the southern border so they can come in. By the way, this was September 30th, 2023. This article is a few days old, family. So check this out right here. African migrants are reportedly flying to South America so they may enter the United States through its porous southern border. For proof of this phenomenon, the Daily Mail's reporters traveled to Istanbul airport to catch the migrants' flights to Colombia. Check this out. The outlet has gone and even the flight has been named the Biden Express. The Biden Express, Istanbul is the hottest plane ticket for Africans. Africans cite Biden's open border policies as an incentive. The route from Istanbul all the way to El Salvador, Nicaragua, where they buy tourist visas. Yes, indeed, family. Yes, indeed. French, they talk about the French people and everybody breaking it on down and telling everybody the way that it has been going on and operating. And you see straight up, these folks are flying in with no regard and they're coming on over so they can hop on that Biden Express. They say once these folks, the migrants, fly in directly to El Salvador, Nicaragua, the capital, there they take advantage of the immigration policies. Using tourist visas, the migrants then head to Mexico, where they may then freely cross the border and enter the United States under Biden's lax policies. Among the African migrants that the Daily Mail reporters met at the Istanbul airport, 33-year-old man dressed in traditional garb under a Western jacket who hails from, I can't even pronounce that, family. That shit got about 5 syllables, and I think I see a 7 and an 8 in that dude's name. I ain't even gonna try it. Either way, he originally claimed and he intended to go on vacation, But once they get there on vacation, they move. He says, America is the country of freedom and human rights. What Joe Biden is doing is good, but if Donald Trump gets reelected, it will become more difficult for migrants there. That guy is crazy. That is what a migrant said as they fly in on what they call the Biden Express. The Biden Express right there, family. You see it in the headline. Daily Mail right there. Africans taking daily flight on the Biden Express to the southern U.S. border. So you're seeing people pop up from everywhere. And you know goddamn well what type of time it is when you see that happening, family. So we seen it. We saw it, and it's right there clear as day. Who's coming to that southern border? Who's popping up at that southern border? How they're being treated at that southern border. And what does this have to do with us? This has to do with all these folks that they're bringing in are coming in with anti-foundational Black American sentiments, and they're also coming in to mooch and leech off of what foundational Black Americans have created. And we are the ones kicking the real and telling the real stories about it, while everyone else pretends that they don't hear it. Everyone else pretends that this ain't going on. Certified foundational Black Americans know what time it is. Speaking of what time it is, family, this has been the reparations era. This is what we are all about, and this is what we've been on and type of game that we've been playing, family. Y'all know a lot of people been out here and they've been trying to get in on our reparations, and some of the groups that have been trying to get in on our reparations are these TOCs, right? So when you start dealing with these TOCs who've been trying to get in on our reparations, I said earlier, some of them want to steal it, some of them want to stop it, right? So check this out. When you start talking about people who want to stop it, there's something that's going on, and it's coming real soon, this weekend. There is a situation that's popping where you're having a TOC, a reparations ops, because I'm always talking about the reparations ops. Well, all of these different groups, committees, are all teaming up, and they're having their own little conventions so they can get in on foundational Black American reparations. And they're doing it hush hush. Yes, I'm telling you right now, it's a Black Alpha exclusive. A lot of people ain't been talking about it, all right? But there is an upcoming convention where people are trying to get in on foundational Black American reparations, and they're leaving out foundational Black Americans. Did I not just sit here and talk about all the TOCs? Did we not talk about all the fleers and all the scam Africans? Well, did I not go through the list and I said this group, this group, this group, and this group have all been twisted because foundational Black Americans have changed the game? We stood on lineage and changed the whole discourse of this country. Well, guess what? All of those people that I just named, they all starting to team up now. And all these people are getting together. They're having backdoor meetings, secret meetings, and they're trying to get together so they can take our reparations. Yes, the hell they are, family. And Black Alpha, I got some receipts for everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. First off, to understand that, the first thing you got to see is that these people who want our reparations, these are all of these tethers, all of these outsiders, and I want you to think about the thought process they have in terms of taking our reparations, and then I want you to think about how now they are in the 12th inning, where they feel they got to get our reparations now, and it's now or never. So watch all these outliner groups come around and try to steal from FBA. Watch this right here, family. This is the thought process of these people who are outsiders who want our reparations money.
Let me tell you why I'm mad. Because not being Black American, but being Caribbean American, meaning my parents were, my dad was born here, but his family was born in Haiti. My mother was born in Trinidad. We're still descendants of slaves.
And you're not a foundational Black American, so you are not qualified to receive foundational Black American reparations. Quit complaining.
Anybody that is in the Caribbean, for the most part, specifically Haiti, let's give it up for Haiti, because if Haiti didn't run it up, if we wasn't doing the machete chopping and
one hit wonder, what have you done lately? And that still has nothing to do with foundational Black American reparations.
Nobody else would have really felt the, oh, let's do this. But I digress. France ain't paying Haitian people because technically Haiti owes France for just wanting their freedom. The Brits ain't paying Trinidad either. So what about Caribbean Americans? Talk about reparations. Let me tell you why I'm mad.
Okay, family. First off, here we go. That right there, family, I play that so everybody can understand the thought process and the mentality of people who are trying to get in on our reparations. All right. That's what they think. They think that they are all deserving of foundational Black American reparations. This is why they try to get rid of the term lineage. This is why they try to blur the lines. This is why they want to make it all about themselves. And this is why they want foundational Black Americans out of the paint, because they understand that the more we get on lineage, it goes down to who qualifies and who does not qualify. Okay. Speaking of who qualifies and who doesn't qualify, turn your speakers up, family, because this right here is a Black Alpha exclusive. This week coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, they are having a reparations convention, and it is consistent of all of these non-foundational Black American groups, and it is also consisting of a bunch of scam African organizations. I'm talking about everybody. Black Lives Matter going to be there all across the board, family. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Trust me when I tell you that, family. We are now going into the reparation stage where these folks know they cannot beat us. They damn sure cannot join us, so they're teaming up. And the undermining and the trying to come in on what we created, steal from what we have, is going to another level now, fam. Watch me, trust me when I tell you that. So I want everybody to be alert of this, family. It's going down right in Atlanta, and this is what they're doing. While we've been sitting here getting it all in, these folks been quietly trying to form up so they can stop what we have. Look at this right here, and this is what a lot of people don't know about, family, but it's happening right beneath us. This is a reparations convention, and it is for the African diaspora. This is about them trying to take our reparations money. Trust me, family, this is for real. The reparations movement is going into another level where they are trying to steal from us. A lot of people didn't even know about this. This happens in a few days. On the 7th of October in Atlanta, Georgia. This is called the National Reparations Convention, and there are no Dr. Claudes, there are no FBAs, no certifieds, no B1s. This is all about them taking our reparations, and nobody's really talking about it because it's been in secret. They've been moving in secret. They've been operating and functioning in secret. And Black Alpha Network is pulling back the lid on all of that. Watch this, family.
October 7th and 8th, we will be hosting the
Watch the way they try to slide in, family. Watch the way they try to move.
National Reparations Convention in Atlanta, and we would love your support and presence. The National Reparations Convention 2023 is a coalition of grassroots organizations, scholars, legislators, leaders, and activists in the reparations movement. Our focus is to develop a comprehensive, unified demand for reparations. Currently, there are numerous organizations advocating for reparations on the local, national, and international levels that would benefit from coming together. Organize the organizations throughout the Americas and slavery diaspora into one unified.
Look at that picture right there, family. Look at that. This is going down in Atlanta, Georgia, the home of Dr. Martin Luther King, foundational Black American legend, okay? And they are talking about a damn meeting that has nothing to do with us. There are no foundational Black Americans invited. Not one foundational Black American is even out there being spoke of. This is the type of time they're on, family. They are going behind us, coming to our homeland and trying to steal our reparations. This is reparations ops, and this is the reparations hijack. One that we've been talking about for the longest, and one that you're seeing crystal clear right there, family. And I'm going to go through some of the names that pop up on here. And I'm telling y'all, family, it is the who's who of opposition to foundational Black Americans. Yes, it is. How did this come about? And no one really truly knew about it, other than they've been moving in the background. And there's been some real breaking news today that I found out. But do y'all see an American flag there? Do you see the Black Heritage flag? Do you see the damn Juneteenth flag? Look at that, family. This is real. This is what they doing. This is the type of time they on. This is what they pushing, and it's going down in Atlanta, Georgia this weekend. So you see the way they pushing and the way they moving against foundational Black Americans. We got reparations popping. Reparations is because of us, and all of these other groups are trying to cling on so they can steal our reparations. That is not just the dominant society. That are the people who come to this country and try to take from us. That is what it is. And they cloak themselves in our identity so they can do it. In Atlanta, Georgia, I be damned.
National Reparations Movement. We should establish a foundation upon which we can proceed together with one voice in our efforts towards self-determination.
self-determination,
reparations,
reparations, and restoration. Whoa. Listen to their battle cry. Listen.
Reparations, restoration, reconciliation.
Restoration. Come on, family.
Repatriation.
And reconciliation. They say reparations, restoration, reconciliation. Ain't that some South Africa stuff, family? Is that not some South Africa stuff? Truth and reconciliation. This is the type of blueprint that they're doing. They're coming in, stealing all of our talking points and trying to change them around and then add their own. And everything that they're adding, family, is completely the antithesis of what we've been on. We talk about, look at that right there. We say, cut the check, run it up. We make demands. They're coming in talking about reconciliation, which is some South African apartheid stuff. Basically, let's all be friends. And they're excluding us from our own reparations claim while they're having this reparations convention right here in the United States of America in Atlanta, Georgia. And they did it hush, hush, back. And when I show you in a second, the people who are going to be there, you're going to understand that they try to get in on our reparations. We said no. They tried to steal our reparations. We said no. They said, we're all brother. Come home, brother. Come around, brother. Get with me, brother. And we said, no, hell no. And now they said, let's go meet up in secret and have this reparation thing. Who is talking about this right now? Tell me how much press this is really getting. Because when you see the folks really breaking it down, you're going to see we're going to have to stand on the lineage, and it's all about us, family. As I say before, nobody's going to get this done other than us. And even if they tried it, they can't do it to the motion in which we are. That is a reparations convention, and they've excluded foundational Black Americans. So in essence, family, our ancestors built this country, suffered in this country continuously throughout the years. And as soon as we are about to get it, they swoop on in and they put together something like this. And then they get upset when we say they ops. All of that tetherness and fleerness and all the things and all the videos and all the anti-FBA sentiments that we've expressed that they show us, it's all coming to a head right here. Didn't I say it's all about reparations? Didn't we say that Joe Biden, he went all the way to Africa? Kamala Harris went all the way to Africa. You remember when he invested those billions of dollars in Africa and all those Africans were shaking hands and cosplaying us? Remember Joe Biden? He went over to Africa and he said that slavery was our original sin. He didn't say it to FBA, the victims of slavery. He said it to the slave trader. And they said, thank you very much, brother. It was. And they cosplayed us. They didn't say, hold on now. Slavery, that wasn't about us in Africa. That was about FBA in America. They didn't say that. They didn't say, well, hold on now. What about our FBA brothers and sisters in America? They didn't say that. They said, thank you very much, Joe Biden. We take all your $500 billion. So Dr. Kubar is trying to come around here and tell us that the dominant society does not want us to be called African American. They've been trying to Africanize everything we've been doing. They've been trying to Africanize Juneteenth. Anybody trying to say that they've been trying to separate us from that is a lie. They've been trying to connect us to it. They're afraid of the lineage, heritage, culture, FBA. That's why you get stuff like you're getting right there, family. This is what it's all about. Breaking it down. So when you see this type of stuff, you already know what type of game it's on, and look at what they're talking about.
And repair, protection, and promotion of our most basic human rights, which were severed as a result of plantation slavery, loss of our original identity, language, culture, and religion. We have been kind, forgiven, and understanding, and in return, all that we ask is for kindness and the promises that were made to our—
What? Family? Certified. Look at that. Look at that. He said, we have been nice. He said, we have been nice. All we're asking for is for y'all to be nice to us. That is the complete opposite of the type of time that we on with reparations. They are begging for reparations. They are working with the dominant society. And then he's smiling. Look at this tether. He's saying, we've been nice. Please, all we ask for is reparations. Just give it to us, please. Please, please, please. This is what we want. Get out of here, family. Come on. Let's keep it a buck. This is the complete opposite, meant to derail us.
Our ancestors to be kept.
National Reparations Convention 2023, October 7th and 8th at the Georgia State University. Ain't nobody talking about it, but Black Alpha Network, y'all know I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to speak about it. I'm going to be about it. That right there, family, is exactly what they've been trying to hide from us. That right there is what they've been doing, and they've been working in the backdrop so they can facilitate this stuff. This is the reparations hijack. This is them trying to steal our reparations claim, and we own it, we own it, we own it. Family, now look at this. This is their flyer that's been circulating. Look at this, family. Check this out. Tell me that you see it. Tell me that you feel me now. Check this out, y'all. This right here is their flyer. This is who's going to be in attendance, family. I want y'all to listen real carefully so you can see it. National Reparations Convention. Here who is going to be here. African American Studies, African American Management, Afro-Descendant Nation, all for reparations and emancipation. They say Black Lawyers for Justice, Black Lives Matter. I'm going to say that one more time. Okay. The Black Lawyers for Justice, Black Lives Matter, Black Rose Foundation, Black College Students for Reparations, California Reparations Commission, the same folks on the reparations panels that was hating on us, the same folks on the reparations panels that wasn't showing us no love, they gonna be there too. CARICOM Reparations Commission, y'all know about CARICOM. As a matter of fact, they out there getting money on a day-to-day. So CARICOM and Black Lives Matter are going to be there. Okay. The city of Evanston, Illinois, local reparations. Y'all remember Evanston, Illinois, where they was trying to give black folks a free Happy Meal, and they was trying to give black folks a large fry and a burger and say that was reparations for slavery? They're going to be there. The Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, who we just completely roasted and exposed last week, they're going to be there as well, family. Yes, indeed. The First Repair, Fulton County Reparations Task Force. Also, the Guyana Reparations Committee. Come on. Hebrew Israelite Nation, Huey P. Newton Gun Club, Institute for Urban Research, Justice Party, Muhammad Speaks, NAACP, National Action Network, Al Sharpton, NCOBRA, National Reparations Institute, NARC is going to be there, Reparations United, Thurgood Marshall Civil Rights Center, Worldwide Pan-African Movement, Veterans Association for African Descendants. That is what you are seeing. And I'm telling y'all right now, family, that right there is the play. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, family. I see you can't see it all the way. I'm going to zoom it in and tell you what I'll do. I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it on Twitter. Y'all check out my Twitter. And by the way, if y'all follow me on Twitter and I don't follow you, DM me so I can follow you back. Because there'll be a bunch of people trying to troll, man. I need the whole family on that. So, yeah, I'll tweet it out so everybody can see it. But this is what we're talking about right there, family. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're speaking about. And this is the type of game. So this is what they're doing. This is what they're on. And this is what they've been trying to run on us while we ain't been looking. There have been a lot of moves in the reparations world, fam, while wasn't nobody really paying attention to it. So therefore, foundational Black Americans, we got to get on game and we got to understand who these people are, what these people are doing. And because y'all know they can't come at us straight up, so they got to come at us from the backdrop. You dig? Now, I'm going to show y'all right here, family. This is some of the keynote speakers. Oh, I don't just give a half a receipt. I give the whole receipts. Check this out, family. These are some of the speakers who are going to be there. Mind you, this is in a foundational Black American city, Atlanta, Georgia, and it is coming up this week. Yes, it is. This week right here, family. So y'all understand this is the type of time, this is the type of game that they run it. Check this out right here, family. These are some of the keynote speakers who will be there in foundational Black Americans. This is the whole hijack of what they're trying to do right here. This guy right here, Salid Muhammad, Malik Shabazz, Justice Hansworth, whatever the hell that dude's name is. Check this out right here. Speakers and panelists. I'm not going to name the names of the people. I'm just going to tell you what they represent. And that's going to go ahead and give you the foredrop on what type of time it is. Check this out, family. Afro-Descendant Nation, Reparations United, CARICOM, National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations, NCOBRA, Fulton County Reparations Task Force, National Reparations Institute, Lost and Found Nation of Islam, Hebrew Israelite, another NCOBRA, National Black Coalition, and check this out. And I'm telling y'all, family, this was just added today. I'm telling you, this was not on the list, and I looked at it last night. Look to your far right, so the right for me. Yvette Carnell, American Descendants of Slavery, ADUNS. That right there. She was just added to this. So you're talking about a national reparations convention that includes African descendants, African groups, African teams, organizations, all these other ops of us that are for reparations, not for the lineage, so they can take our reparations money and give it to Africa, give it to Jamaica, give it to everybody. And look who all of a sudden pops up, Strappy. And she was not on this list as of yesterday, but she's there today. Why? It's because the fix is all the way in, family. So somebody who says that they represent the lineage, they represent the heritage, they represent the culture, they're supposed to be standing on the lineage. They got all these problems with us saying foundational. They got all these problems with us. Matter of fact, she or he or they or whatever, Strappy hates on our master teacher, Dr. Claude Anderson. As a matter of fact, they've been chirping about Dr. Claude Anderson, hating on Dr. Claude Anderson, and we love Dr. Claude Anderson. So she says all these things about Dr. Claude, about FBA, and hates on the lineage, and says that they are on the forefront of our lineage, heritage, and culture, but yet she is attending a reparations op convention that is meant to hijack our reparations and give it to the diaspora. You don't represent the lineage. You ain't standing on the lineage. What you are is you are an opposition coming from inside, and you're teaming up with all the opposition from the outside, because all of you collectively together cannot fuck with foundational Black Americans, certified Black society every day, all day. Family, family, family. I could break it down. I can go further, but at the end of the day, it goes deeper than that. And it shows you that whatever type of time we're on and whatever we're doing and however we move, we getting their attention. And how are we getting their attention? Just by being ourselves, just by being excellent, just by being great, just by doing what we do, doing what we've been born to do, living the dream and living it with our style. Because FBA, you know, we do things and we make that shit look good too. So that's what we've been on. And now you watch all of these people. So whether it's somebody from TikTok, whether it's somebody from Instagram or Twitter space or troll in the chat, or if it's somebody who's putting together a reparations ops, a whole diaspora reparations opposition, all of these people are only doing what they're doing because foundational Black Americans have been moving the way we've been moving. If we weren't moving this way, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. But I'm going to give you a spoiler. Let me give you the spoiler. This is how this story ends. The story ends when all of these ops, all of these nobodies, all of these haters, they're going to continue to wake up and hate FBA, but they ain't going to be remembered in history. Certified foundational Black Americans, certified Black society, all of you, me and the whole family, we are going to be the ones who are going to go down in history. We are going to be the ones who represent it, and we are going to be the ones who stand tall and stand above them all. I guarantee that definitely 100%. They can't do nothing about it because we are stronger than ever, untouchable, and unmatched. That part. So with that said, family, we've been bubbling. We cracked 600 like 3-4 times, I think. I'm not mistaken. I appreciate the love and the pull up. I want the whole family to know that I'm going to check all this out. Yes, we're going to continue to regulate. Nobody can do anything and nobody can talk about FBA because we see and we hear everything. We see and we hear everything. What I said, we multitaskers. We can regulate on the way to the bank, cash the check, and still get it done. So I represent it, you represent it, and like I said, man, we all build together, we all work together, and nothing can break us because we are unbreakable. If you're trying to break something that is unbreakable, the only thing you're doing is wasting your time, and all of these folks is wasting their time. So I salute everybody for pulling up. I salute everybody who's done came through, man. We done ran out a bunch of people. Y'all know, man, I got to send a salute to y'all looking at the chat right now, man. I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. We've been going, we've been roasting, and y'all know how, though. This has been another classic Black Alpha Network episode, certified live, the Black Alpha Cast. Y'all tap in with me, man. Hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram, or whatever. It don't matter, because as long as you there, I'm there. Wherever our people are, we all there together. And y'all know, when foundational Black Americans step in the building, when foundational Black Americans step into place, we are going to regulate, we're going to hold it down, and everybody else is going to go that way and get out of Dodge. We are just that exceptional. So I appreciate the love from everybody, man. Salute to all of you guys. Certified live, man. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay great. I'm looking at everybody in the chat right now, man. One love every day, all day, man. Let's continue to do what we do. And remember, man, you woke up great, but you was born great. And no matter what anybody says, they got to deal with us. Salute to Duval. One love, one love, one love, one love, all day, every day. FBA right there. FBA always stay represented. You already know, certified Black society, man. And I'm going to let everybody know, man, we coming. We're going to continue to cook. We're going to continue to roast, but we're going to do it as a family. I have the best live. I have the best family, everybody, because it's interactive and it's all of us. When we say that we stand together and we say that we are intertwined and we move as one, I guarantee you that we are the personification of that, and that's exactly what we do. So every Tuesday, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we're going to start dropping as well on Thursday, we're gonna have some stuff for Thursday as well, but we're gonna just continue to hit them because, as you can tell, we hot right now. We on fire, and they can't put this out. They can't put this out. So I appreciate you guys for always riding for me. I appreciate you guys for always holding me down. It means so much to me. I love you all with a passion. I say that on every single episode. I am genuinely, truly humbled because I love the family and the family loves me. And what I say, man, when you put that love together, we break everything down, man. So y'all stay good, be one. As Huey P. Newton said, he said, we are one tonight. Let us be one in the future. Power to all of our people, not anybody else. Power to all of our people. When we do it that way, we always win. So certified salute from Black Alpha 6. I love y'all. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. And always remember, they're going to hate. They're going to have all these things to say. They're going to do whatever they do. But certified Black society, we step into place and we run it. Black is beautiful, y'all. Beautiful is always Black. One love.
Kid, what y'all think? If you whatever the fuck you think you are, and until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans? And we out here dying. We thugs and we niggas